Oh no, Opie got locked out. Hi guys, I am so sorry for the time confusion. I'm so used to doing these at like 12:45 my time, but I guess I set it up at 11:35, but you know what? It's fine. Oh, I am very quiet right now. There we go. That's better. Hi! My god, you guys. Today's the day. Today's the day. Sarah Booze is getting sentenced today. Yes, I'm here. I'm so sorry, guys. Hope most of you guys are still here. So I see Mandy, Polynomial Purebred, Rageville Version, Hey Blinkin', Pushy Destroyer, and Octopushy. I'm here. My gosh. Hope everyone had a wonderful weekend. It's snowing like crazy. Or it's been snowing where I dwell. It just started to snow again today. Ugh. It's about the time I just never want to go outside. Anyway, so we're gonna do our normal body cam brunch up until excuse me. Right now, so it's 11:50, so we've got, so it's like 12:30. Okay, so we've got like 50 minutes until the sentencing. I have it saved on another tab, so as soon as it starts, we can do it. And then I don't know how long it's gonna last, but hi Clay. I don't know how long the sentencing is gonna last, but you know, we'll go through it, and we'll see. Hi Human Ham Cube. Let's see how we feel after the sentencing and see what we'll do next. Either we'll keep this going with the body cams, or maybe we'll dive into some more. Let's just see how we feel. Let's see what happens. You know, Jordan likes to say, as Anthony Palumbo loved to say. I'm sorry if my voice is like really what's that tone I'm thinking of? I can't think of it right now. My voice is still waking up. You're gonna stream the Sarah Boone sentencing? Oh yeah. Like it came out in the it's coming out at like the perfect time because normally I'd be streaming and we've been watching it, so why not? Let's have a little double feature. I sound so sweet. My vocal fry, that's what I'm thinking. My vocal fry is quite a lot today. But anywho, I found this, I haven't watched it yet, which usually means trouble for me because it ends up something that I don't want to watch. But woman loses it when Facebook date refuses to let her stay the night. Let's start off with that.
Get me help real quick.
How old are you, Allie?
How would you like me to be?
Where am I?
My life's completely over. These are my babies.
Is Mickey Mouse a cat or a dog?
Oh my god, are you kidding me? I'll you.
On December 10th, 2023.
All right, so I'm kind of getting a little Sarah Boone from this woman already. I will annihilate you. Hi, Beetlebug. Hi, Donde. Some any hoodle with a side of soup. That will help. Any hoodle with a side of soup. You were offended by the question.
Officers responded to a residence following a report of a woman behaving erratically after a man who recently met her offered a ride home. She became anxious about entering her house and asked to stay at his, but he expressed discomfort with the request.
What's going on, man?
Hey, how you doing?
Good. Are you Stefan?
Damn, talk about someone who doesn't understand the word no. It takes it very, very... takes it offensively, as if saying no to her is like... Gotta love that.
Yeah, Steven.
Oh, how's it going?
Good.
What's going on?
Call my phone still.
It's all good. So what's going on tonight?
I went out to a Christmas party with a girl who works over at Charlie Clark's. Her name is Allie. She also works at the hospital. We were out and we were heading home. She said, no, I don't want to go home. She acted like she was scared of going home. That was kind of weird. So I was like, all right, well, hey.
Where are you guys at the Christmas party at?
Elks Lodge.
In Cholo?
Yes.
Okay. So you guys were... And were you taking her home? Is that what you were doing?
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. Do you know where she lived or no?
Yeah, she lives she's super friendly, asking like, hey, you're the only guy who's ever asked to do something like this with me. You're so sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Super kind.
He thought he was getting some. I bet. I don't think so. That sweater's a little cute in my opinion. I don't know. That's a little low effort when it comes to the ugly sweater game.
Kind. And started heading this way. Started getting over here near my neighborhood, and she started crying. I'm like yelling and screaming. I'm like, hey, look,
Wait,
I'm
so
calling you Safe Ride. So I have proof on my phone. I called her Safe Ride forever ago.
where? No, yeah, for sure. So you said you were taking her home in Cholo.
Yes.
From Cholo to Lakeside, right?
To Lakeside, yes.
But then how did you guys end up here?
She asked to come here.
Oh, she wanted
asked
to come
my
here?
home, yes, and I said, look, I don't feel comfortable with this anymore. I'm calling you a Safe Ride. We call Safe Ride together.
Okay.
On her phone and mine.
So Safe Ride came and picked her up?
Was supposed to. I
They're
don't
supposed to.
know, dude. I got here.
Talk about a guy who's trying to cross his T's and dot the lowercase J's. He's making sure that he didn't do anything wrong.
She was freaking out.
Which is, smart, because who knows? Because as far as what we've seen from this woman already, she's already nuts. So, in my book. So this guy is actually making sure, hey, nothing nothing going on here.
On the screen and climbed in my backseat. She said, well, there's all these people.
swear.
Like, there's other people in my car. Very freaky.
Yeah.
Well, I came inside. I called my sister. My sister's like, what's going on out there? I was like, I have no idea, dude.
Yeah.
So we came in.
Okay, for sure.
I came in.
So did she get in a car and leave, or
Yes.
she
With
did?
her, I think she's like, do you know who my stepdad is? Da da da. It looked like a white SUV. It looked not unlike her stepdad's vehicle, but I have no clue at this point. I would hope it was safe ride. And if that's the case...
Where did she get in the car at? Right out front, like on the road?
I actually don't even know that she got in the car. I was inside my house looking through this, and it's not
Yeah, I know.
very clear to see.
How far did you guys make, like, how close did you guys make it to the house?
To her dad's house?
No,
Or
here.
to her? Oh, we got here.
I've never is he saying like they're getting her a safe ride, or is there something like called safe ride? Is that I've never heard of safe ride. I'm actually a fan of the sweater, but I am amped, so it has special. Aw. You think it's a service? Okay, because I've never heard of it. Sound definitely does.
Here, we pulled in the
So
driveway.
you guys pulled in
We
the
called-
driveway,
yeah.
and that's when she's like, I'm going home?
Yes.
She got out of your car.
No, she climbed in my back seat.
She climbed in your back seat.
Yeah, I started freaking out. She says, "Where's my phone? Where's my card?" I was like, "Ali, your phone, your card, and your shoes are in my front seat.
Okay.
Please, take them."
So then did you see her get out of the car?
No.
You just left her in the
No,
car?
yes, sir.
And then a white car came and got her?
Some vehicle came and got her.
Okay.
Yes.
So then what?
Well, my phone's missing. I asked her. I said, "Can I please have my phone?" I was like, "Your phone is here. Your card is here. I don't know what's going on right now."
Did you,
Your ugly sweater has an L on it representing Lorne. Dude, I have an ugly sweater with the letter D on it. We need to go as like a combo.
did you see her with your phone?
No, I have no idea where my phone's at. It'd be great if it was in there.
You
I don't know.
already like searched thoroughly in there and stuff?
I promise I won't do what this chick's
Oh,
doing.
I'd like to with you here.
Yeah, let's
like,
go.
I f***ing freaked out, dude.
Oh, let's go.
I'm sorry.
No, it's all
Thank
good.
you. That is cool.
You don't know her last name or anything?
Leah, so look, if we can find I can get on my laptop right now.
Representing Dink, representing Dan.
We can pull up her Facebook account. That would help, right? I think
Not
it
really.
reads her name. I know it, but I think it reads her name.
Alright, well, let's see if your phone's in there first.
Great.
Come on, where's this chick? I
No
want to see her.
weapons in the car, right?
I'm very sympathetic to you, guy, but I'm kind of over you. I want to watch. I want to get to the good shit. Let's see this chick.
No.
Okay. Alright, no
Credit
worries.
card. Yeah, I'm buying that from a friend. Oh.
So there she is.
Oh,
So she didn't leave.
No.
Okay.
hold on. Hold on. Was he not expecting? Was the cop not expecting her to be in the back seat still?
No.
Okay. Alright, no
Credit
worries.
card. Yeah, I'm buying that from a friend. Oh.
So there she is.
Yes, sir.
So she didn't leave.
No.
Okay.
Ollie, are you okay?
I'll talk.
Hi, Bailey. Oh my God, this chick is. Hold on, I can't. I need to breathe. Oh my God.
Dude, can you just go sit on? Can you go sit in that lawn chair for me, man? I'll see what's going on. Did you just drink a bunch tonight, or?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, that's cool, man. Allie, it's the sheriff's office.
Yep.
What's going on?
No, we're trying to get rid for inference.
I can't really understand you. What?
We're going to go inference, transfer skin prints.
Say that one more time, please.
Going
We're going to transfer skin prints? That's what I heard.
to green fans, transfer screen fans.
I don't know what you're saying.
Okay, well, let's go to Bedford.
What's your name?
Allie.
Allie?
Yes.
Okay. What's your last name?
Leahy.
How do you spell it?
Lily, L-A is for wine. Let's go to the...
Lily A is for wine.
Sorry.
No.
Yes.
What day is today?
It's what... Guys, let's go to Bedford, guys.
Allie,
What?
Yes.
hey, you're talking to me. I'm a police officer.
That's nice.
Okay, so what it
Does
who?
that have to do with anything ever?
Because I'm trying to figure out what's going on.
Okay, it's Bedford, Bedford.
You know what? That's a good argument. What does that have to do with anything ever? That would stop me dead in my tracks.
Who's the president? Hey, you need to sit down. Sit down, please. Ellie, sit down, okay? Just sit down, please. What is today? Hello?
Yes.
What is the day today?
What do you want me to say?
What year is it?
December 20th, 2020.
Okay, who's the president?
Okay. Tony Bin Laden.
Who?
Bin Laden.
Okay.
Bin Laden. Honey, he's been dead for quite some time.
How many quarters are in a dollar?
4.
Cool. When's your birthday, Allie?
14.
It's your birthday, Allie.
What are we doing?
I'm seeing who you are to get you help.
1987.
Okay, what?
Give me help, real quick.
I am.
Move it.
Okay.
Along.
Let me
God.
call from, okay?
Go for it.
8-4. Don't touch me.
No, don't touch me either.
Okay, how old are you?
Get the flashlight on my face.
It's not in your face. How old are you?
Get the flashlight out of my face.
Is that better?
Ooh. Oh. That was a quick change between being like, aha, to get that thing out of my face.
You look
Okay.
a lot better.
How old are you, Allie?
How would you like me to be?
I'm asking you.
I don't like.
She seems fun. She does seem like a good time. If I wanted to, like, you know, go out and get crazy, would I call her? Yeah. Like I've always said about Winnie. Winnie seems like someone that I definitely would have hung out with in my early 20s. Good time. Would I come back alive? Probably not. But, you know, it would have been a great time.
My age right.
Okay, so I'm gonna say you're probably 36. Is that right?
That'd be a nice age.
Okay. 234.
What did I do?
You did absolutely nothing. I'm making sure you're okay. Can you roll fire in my location? Have a 36-year-old female. She's intoxicated, not Anno. Did you just drink a bunch tonight or what? What's going on?
Apparently.
I knew a Winnie in middle school. I definitely brought this up like years when I was doing like Lauren stuff. Like I knew someone like Winnie in middle school, but it was like it wasn't like fully realized Winnie. It was like a young Winnie. Like she would grow up to like become Winnie.
I just drank a bunch.
That's fine. It happens.
No, it's not.
Why? What's wrong?
What do you mean that's wrong? This is my parents' house.
This isn't your parents' house.
Then where am I?
You're at one of your friends' house. What's your friend's name? 243. Do you copy?
Please don't laugh at me.
I'm not laughing.
You don't know your friend, the guy that you're in a fetal position in their car, like their cracked out cat?
Laughing at you. I promise you, I'm not laughing at
You
you.
shut your goddamn mouth. It's your.
Hey, the fire department.
Hi, Bunny. I know, that's the thing. Like, that's the next step. She's gonna go to the hospital, and she's gonna get the dead beak. Like, her family's gonna come by and be like, hey, there you go. Oof.
Department's gonna come check you out, okay?
No, that's great.
Okay?
So what are they gonna do?
They're just gonna check you out,
They're
okay?
gonna check me out.
Yeah.
Then what happens?
Nothing. They're just gonna get you some help.
Oh my God! Shut your mouth. Hey.
Hey, it's 2308.
Hey. Sorry,
God.
the area between you and Shane and your guys, where you guys are at, everything is just coming over static right now. I don't know why.
Oh, no, you're good. Can you roll fire? I have
Hey,
a
Mom.
36-year-old female. She's not alert and oriented. Intoxicated.
I'm not alert-oriented.
No.
I'm not intoxicated.
Alert and oriented. Okay.
That's a good question. I'm not intoxicated.
I will go ahead and get them started.
Thanks. You're good. Who you want me?
Oh, I'm good.
You want me to call your mom?
No.
You just told me you do. Do you want me to call somebody for you?
Yes.
Who do you want me to call for
Call your
you?
mom.
What's your mom's name?
Crap. I gotta grab some tissue. I'm gonna be sniffing this whole time. I'm gonna keep playing this, but I'll be right back. I always think I'm prepared, but I never am.
Sir, can I step inside with one?
I'm like,
Yeah, that's fine, man.
The door's open, man. Help yourself. Come on in.
I'll knock on. Just sit down, okay? Hey, just sit down. Allie.
let me see what's going on.
Allie, just sit down. Just sit down, okay? Just sit down for me, alright? Hey, I'll come talk to you. Just don't go to bed yet, okay? Alright, I'll just come knock on the door when we're done, okay? Appreciate it.
Oh my god.
What's wrong? What happened? Did you guys go to a party?
I'm wondering, yes, I went to a Christmas party, freaking obviously.
Where did the Christmas party happen?
At the Elks Lodge.
In Cholo?
Yeah.
Did you just drink a bunch?
Yeah.
Okay, it happens.
Yeah, but I don't know why I'm here.
Do you know who that guy is? You guys have matching sweaters on.
Yes,
What's
and
his
I
name?
made them.
What's his name?
It's Steven.
Are you guys dating?
No.
Okay. Is he just your friend or what?
Just a friend.
He's just your friend? Is he a coworker or?
Coworker.
No.
Friend.
Where does he work at?
And he doesn't work with me.
Where do you work at?
I work at,
Do you work at Charlie Clark's?
you don't know that.
Okay, I'm back. What did I miss? Because I'm not going back. No, you don't have to tell me. I'll figure it out.
Why would you even say that?
Because he asked me. Where do you work?
Don't worry about it, because we're
I keep forgetting that I can bring my phone and go on my stream and listen to what's going on if I ever have to go on mute.
at that point, right? I'm in a car right now, and I am not happy.
I understand.
You don't understand.
Dum 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 dum.
I just got called here, okay? I'm just
I
trying.
don't know what's going on right now, and I'm so honest. I don't even know.
Wow, that's a
What
new
can I do for you,
sound.
Allie?
Yes.
What?
He is trying so hard.
What can I do for you?
He's trying so hard not to laugh.
Okay.
Do you want to go sit in a different car?
No.
No? You just want to sit right there?
I just want to figure out what's going on right now.
Okay, well, I'm trying.
I'm upset in my cop car.
You're not in a cop car, Ellie.
It's 12 o'clock at night when I want to be home.
Where do you live at?
Not that far.
I'm sorry, bitch. And when I say bitch, I mean like you dumb bitch. You could have been home so much. Like, maybe, who knows? Hours ago, you could have been home. But yet, you did this to yourself.
Okay. Look at me.
Oh, I can't even do that. Hi, one of those weirdos. What's going on?
You need to help me.
We're almost there at that time. I want to get a good chunk out of this done, but once it's 12:30, guys, it's booze time.
I'm trying to help you get home. Okay? But you need to tell me.
What? I live it.
Where do you live?
Oh my god, this is the craziest pastures I've ever dealt with.
Huh?
Where do you live at, Ellie?
Pastures?
In 1999 pastures.
1999 pastures.
Oh my god. Fucking...
What?
Does she have to like... I'm sorry. Why does it sound like she has to like take a dump?
I apologize.
I'm just trying to get you some help, okay?
I know, and you
Oh,
pulled me
she
over,
just did.
and then apparently...
What? She did pull you over, you dumb bitch. Look at what you did. You did this. You pulled me over. I have no idea.
I didn't pull you over.
Well, that's what it is.
I just walked up to the house.
No, but we're like getting paralyzed, paralleled over, and I'm getting
don't know what you're saying.
You have
What?
pulled me over.
I have not
You-
pulled you over.
Not pulled me over, but you've patronized me to where you've segregated me out to hold me over to where I don't feel comfortable, to where I am literally crying out my...
Huh?
I hope you feel good.
I have
Wow.
no idea what you're
Well,
saying.
I don't care.
Okay.
Dude, Mandy, that's all I can really say right now is wow as well.
Because I feel terrible.
Okay, I'm trying to get you some help, okay?
What help are you trying to get me?
Well, you're not making much sense when you're talking.
Okay, so what are you trying to do?
So the fire department's coming to check you out. Sit down, Allie.
No, I'll
Allie.
fucking get the...
Hey, sit down, please.
Are you pushing me?
Please sit down. I'm asking you nicely, okay?
Ask you, hopefully,
Hey,
the right way either.
okay. I'm just asking you for some help.
Well,
okay?
you're either asking me for help or you're pushing me and you're giving me...
I'm telling you to sit down, okay? That's all it is. I'm trying to get you some help. That's all it is.
Okay, that's fine then.
2, 4, 3.
No, then ask for help, please. Or what do we have to do?
The fire department's just gonna come talk to you, okay?
And then what did I do?
That's pretty funny. I'm kidding. I'm not on fire though, sir. if it was in her speak, she's like, dude, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm not even on fire. So why did you pull me over?
You didn't do anything. I'm just trying to get you some help. That's all it is, okay?
Then can I go home?
Yeah, we're gonna work on getting you home, okay? Just sit down, okay?
Well, no. If it's a pedestrian street, correct?
What?
What's that?
If it's a pedestrian street, I could just go home, right?
You can't go home right now.
Why not?
Because you're too intoxicated to go
For
home.
what? For what?
You're extremely intoxicated.
Whoa, hold up. Are they wearing the same ugly sweater? Did they come in like... Okay, so they're wearing the same sweater, so they were able to do that. I am... Ostifer, I'm ready to pedestrian. Oh, she said she made them. Oh, I must have missed that while I was not listening. When I was getting my tissues.
I don't
See, I did miss shit.
I don't feel safe letting you walk home when it's like 20 degrees.
Pedestrian street?
Yeah, you can't leave right now.
But you're going off against
2,
it.
4, 3.
Okay.
That's a lot for like a first kind of date, unless they like mutually know like the same people. Weird. I wouldn't do that shit.
Can you roll me a second?
And a second. You feel good?
It's cold. Can you get me a second PD unit?
Oh, time to shut the door.
No, it's gonna stay
It's
open.
cold.
It's gonna stay open.
Okay, can you come inside?
I'll come a little closer, but the door's gonna stay open, okay?
What am I in trouble for?
You're just very intoxicated.
I just went for my kids' soccer practice. Oh my god.
She just came from her kid's soccer practice. That's the first thing she remembers doing. Holy shit. I just came from my kid's soccer practice. And somehow I ended up here.
My life's completely over.
Oh my god.
It's okay. It's not your fault.
Wow.
It's fine.
Hey, what can I do to help?
God, now she's ready to start like self-soothing. Her life is over, guys, so let's remember that, I guess.
It's okay.
What can I do to help you right
There's
now?
nothing to help. I just wish those babies the best.
What babies?
My babies.
How many babies do
I
you
got
have?
4.
You got 4 of them? What are their names?
Blade Triton.
What's going on? My sound is kind of weird. Let me move. Okay, let me check that.
honey. I'm sorry.
Go to park for now.
So you need to know. This is apparently what happens.
Okay, that's better.
You're in trouble, and I always get in the worst trouble. I know.
You're not in trouble.
Oh shit, Pussy Destroyer. You think maybe the dude drugged her? Oh my god, wouldn't that be like... That's such a true crime.
Trouble?
Like,
He was
plot.
like, these
You're not in trouble. You're not in trouble, okay? I'm just trying to help you out.
are my babies.
Who?
I'm in the worst trouble.
Hey, I'm just trying to get you some help, okay? You're not in any trouble.
No, what do you mean help?
I'm trying to...
Help, what's wrong? Lorne, what's wrong?
You're not in a good spot right now. You're not in a good spot. I'm just trying to get you some help, okay?
Big trouble, nigga.
You're not in any trouble, Ellie. You're not in any trouble.
Just
Let there be light.
God.
What?
There's freaking. That's not trouble.
No, it's an ambulance, okay? You're not...
Oh, that's beautiful. That's not trouble.
No, it's just the ambulance, Ellie.
Why do I get the feeling that she's about to try to flee? I don't know.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
That's all it is. These are the fire department. They're just gonna talk to you.
I don't need a fire
You
department.
do, though.
Am I sick? Am I hurt?
You're not making any sense.
Well, okay. Oh, good.
You need to sit down.
Okay, can
Just sit down, okay?
Okay, I'm really starting to see why this guy was kind of scared of her and decided to call the cops.
Do my children not make sense too?
This is Allie.
Oh, good God.
She's not A&O at all. She's
Okay,
been
how's it
drinking
going?
quite a bit.
Hi.
What's going on tonight?
Tell him.
Tell him what?
Tell him why
I'm
they're...
gonna look at you and act like you're ridiculous.
Okay, tell him why they're here.
No, because he's ridiculous.
Okay, well, they're gonna have some questions to ask you then.
Met him.
Well, I'm fine. And
Okay.
I'm great. And it sounds pretty spectacular. You
Okay.
guys are fantastic in here.
Okay.
So I'm really cold, so if anything, honestly, like, why the flying am I out here freezing myself when I'm getting asked questions?
Okay. She's gonna ask you some questions. That's why they're
So
here.
I should sit here and freeze myself out here.
Would you like to go sit in the back of the ambulance?
No, I want to sit out here and be cold.
Well, this isn't your house.
Yeah, I know. I want to go home. I could give you my address and I could go home immediately.
Is it in your house?
No or yes?
Well, you're gonna have to answer some of their questions.
Well, I could ask a million of them. Good God, but I'm not going to be very, very straight.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not going to be very nice. I apologize.
Watch out for that.
Totally.
Okay, are you gonna talk to these guys or not?
Yes, and you think I want to
Okay.
talk to you?
Okay.
I'm
Hey,
looking
Ellie.
at his car, and I'm so cold, and I'm frustrated.
All right. How much have you had to drink tonight?
I'm cold. What do you want to know?
I just wanted to ask you how much you had to drink tonight.
A
Are you...
couple of drinks, and I'm so cold.
She has these red leggings on, which is like adorable because it looks like it matches the red in the car of the guy's car.
All the yours are out here that I'm sharing with buns off and not answering a real call.
Okay.
You know, but sometimes closed captioning comes with some really interesting words. Like my favorite was during the Sarah Boo's trial. The caption said instead of Sarah Boo, and it said Sailor Moon. So I thought that was pretty funny.
Do you know what city we're in?
Cholo Lakeside.
Okay. Do you know what month we're in?
God, 2000 freaking 18.
Okay. And how many quarters make $1?
4.
Okay.
Real quick.
Okay.
Whoa, wasn't that like the same question that the cop asked? Is that like a standard question to ask? She's in the Christmas spirit. Yes, Rachel version.
Can I have 4 more?
All right. Is Mickey Mouse a cat or a dog?
Oh my God, are you kidding me? You.
Fuck you.
Mickey Mouse! I hope he eats you.
Okay. All right.
Do you mind if we just get a couple?
No, go away. You bother me, and I will find you.
Man, if we're not done with this by the time 12:30 hits, we're definitely going back to this chick and seeing what happens at the end.
If you guys, if she's
medical issue?
what's that?
No medical issue?
I don't know. I don't know.
Oh no, I just don't want you to trip over my back.
I've been so cold.
We just got called here and she's passed out in the car.
Oh, okay.
When I
I
came up,
was not
when I
passed out in the car.
Stop.
He woke me up.
stop.
I wasn't passed out. He woke me up.
You need to chill out.
You
That's way
woke
different.
me and not even woke me up. You patronized
This
me.
isn't your house.
Okay, I know, and you made me understand that. Thank you.
It's also not your car.
I know.
Okay.
You made me
So-
understand it too. And guess what? I don't think he'd care either. So guess what? Steven? I know.
Is that really his name? I can't remember if they said the guy's name. That must have happened, Clay, because wow. And she's also being like, you know, like very like condescending, like Lauren too. Oh well, yep, you're right. I ain't here. This isn't my trailer, right?
I feel better about that than you. 'Cause damn, that was f***ing harsh. That wasn't it.
Medically, I think she's okay.
Yeah, just very
Oh, we got her.
complicated. Okay.
Oh no, we're
43
we're crazy.
PLPD stepped up. Okay, Allie, how can we get you home tonight?
No, we're okay. What else do we need to know that I am financially or specifically okay?
Huh?
Right? That's what we have to know.
I don't know what
Specifically?
you're saying.
Okay, well, how do we know that we are okay? Is Steven okay?
How can I get you home tonight?
Is that what I asked you?
That's what I asked you.
I didn't care what I asked you or what you asked me. I asked you to tell me.
Don't step
Tell
towards me.
Oh, she's okay. I guess she chose violence.
Behind your back.
Fine, and it's okay. Boom, boom, boom. Don't you dare tell me how. I would
Stop.
like to know.
Stop.
That's okay. That's okay.
Stop.
Joe Rogan, really?
Every day.
Stop. You need to chill out.
Yep.
Okay?
Yep.
This isn't going to work out for you.
Yep. You don't think so?
All right, I think we're good. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, that's all I need you.
Lean against.
It's so dumb when the ambulance comes and like that would be the best place to go would be the fucking hospital, but they I don't know when certain people are drunk, they're just so like, no, I'm fine, I don't have to. But then you know what? You're gonna go to jail, so you might as well be like, yeah, I'm hurt. Take me to the fucking hospital. Like I never understood that. Why people get so like defensive when it comes to like going to the hospital when
Start,
you're like
please.
intoxicated like this.
Absolutely. I got you.
Stop.
What do you mean you stop? You wanna hurt me? You could.
243. I feel pretty. Step it up.
You could definitely hurt me. I mean, obviously, I'm smaller than you.
Stop reaching.
Stop. Like, I'm
243.
Damn, Ham Cube. That is true. You know what I would do? I'd be like, okay, I'll go to the hospital if the ambulance doesn't take me. Because that is expensive. The taking the EMTs, like, oh my god. Isn't that like that's like the most expensive is the fucking hospital ride there in the fucking ambulance.
Shut up, I'm getting in the car. Like, I'm going.
So I definitely agree with you on that one. But I feel like, I don't know, I'm thinking like if I was drunk would that even pop in my mind? That'd be pretty smart. I'd be like, ah, fuck it, I don't care. Then I'd be sober the next day like, god damn it.
Stop.
I should have just paid for bail.
Okay, you guys are making me.
Ooh. Liability issues. Yeah, I'm sure. That does make sense.
Step it up.
What are you arresting me for?
Stop.
Honestly, I'm so mad.
Stop.
Because I want to know why.
Stop.
That's fine, but
Quit.
tell me more. Just
Sit in the truck.
don't sit in the
Sit
truck.
in the truck.
Tell me why.
Sit in the truck.
Tell me why. I'm asking you to help me.
Sit down.
With no ass. Tell me why.
Quit kicking the door.
Ask why.
Quit.
That is a response. Are you serious? I have 3 kids.
Just stop.
You better f***ing make sure I got my f***ing kids. Take care of. Do you not know that?
Stop.
Not stop. My kids
That's on you, girly. If your kids are
have
safe.
to be taken care of. If you f***ing leave my goddamn kids home, I will f***ing annihilate you.
Okay. There it is. We need to hear that again. We're so close, but we need to hear that again.
Not stop. My kids have to be taken care of. If you f***ing leave my goddamn kids home, I will f***ing annihilate you.
That's a gamer, girly. Hello? That's a gamer girly right there. I will annihilate you.
All right.
She'd be fun to play video games with.
That's okay. I went through the same thing.
It's all good, man. So
No, I'm so like sorry.
confused. It's not your fault. So that's your car.
Yeah. Is
Did
she
you
okay?
tell her she's okay? I don't.
You don't know.
I don't know what's going
What
on.
happened to me? Everything was really great. In fact, everybody my Christmas.
Tropic Thunder. I will fuck you up. Tom Cruise in Tropic Thunder. He looks like my older brother, and it makes me laugh so hard. I don't know what it is. But okay, it's 12:29. We have a couple more minutes left, but I don't want to miss a damn thing. Okay, so let's do this. Oh damn, there's like a live chat and everything. 12:30. Okay. What do you guys think? I know we're like really quickly switching gears here. We will watch the rest of that. But it's time chat on chat. I can't do a full screen until the thing starts, I guess. But hey, what's going on in the chat? What's up, Core TV? Is this okay? Can I do this? What do you think is gonna happen, guys? Because I'm gonna be honest, I haven't been paying too much attention to what she's been up to lately. The only thing I've really been hearing has been about like the divorce and like settling with that, and so I don't know, guys. I don't know how to do a poll on these things, but do you think she's gonna get the full sentence, or are they gonna... I'm hoping for a full, like the full term. I mean, maybe like life with the, I don't know, like maybe a possibility of parole, but I don't know. And the fact that she's like still causing issues, she already wants another trial. And a lot of the time she's been blaming it on the deceased's family for having a, God forbid, a reaction to watching the videos of their loved ones' last moments on Earth. Like, that's awful. that's like she's disgusting. She is disgusting. All right, Court TV, come on. We're waiting on you. Man, is the whole gang gonna be there? Like the prosecution? Is Owens gonna be there? Our man, the judge, is gonna be there. I always forget his name, but it's fine. I always remember the amazing faces that we got from him during this 10-day trial. Come on. You know what? Let's give this a little like here. Yes. Let's just see what's going on. Too soon to see her. Oh my god. Ham Cube. Is it, yeah, a victim impact statements? Is Sarah gonna say something? Oh my god. She really does. She needs a very hard lesson on tit for tat and it being not okay. Oh my god, guys. This anticipation is killing me now. We wanna know. Sarah is queen victim, so she's probably gonna think that she has a right to say something as... No. She heard victim impact statements and she's like, oh, okay, well, when is it my turn? Jesus Christ. Hell no. Ah, come on. They're always late. They're never on time. Yeah, with our luck, she'll probably keep her damn mouth shut. Like, we definitely got some good Boone moments, but I think a lot of us were hoping for... Hi, Cat G! Happy Monday. Hope everyone's job interviews go well today. Man, I'm hoping for some type of outburst, but I need to stop. I need to stop. Too many expectations. Man. We hope we get the vent rage. Yes, the Torres family. Hell yeah, because we didn't really get to hear. I feel like we didn't get to hear enough from them. Eel rig, gross. She's like a 24 hours community service and mandatory suitcase education classes. Oh. Yeah. There were... Oh, here we go. All right, guys. And we know this isn't going to happen right away. We've got a lot of things, I'm sure, to go through first. And I bet there's going to be a lot of, may we approach. Let's not forget the shenanigans that went down. God damn it. Would you stop looking at me? Look at her. God, if I look anything like that when I'm her age, I'm... Oof. Coming up. Case closed. Oh, I had to. That was such a knee slapper, Beetlebug. God damn it. That's horrible. Oh, that's horrible, but that's hilarious. Not enough. Dang. A wide mouth bass with that hair? Hell yeah. Could you imagine, like, South Park doing an episode with her kind of, like, making a little cameo in it? Oh, God, what would she look like? Too soon? A little bit, but I still found it funny. I did. She gets, yeah, her sentencing is in, you have to be in a suitcase for the same amount of time that George was in a suitcase. You have to get beaten by a bat and taunt. You have to get, like, taunted by someone. Ooh, the family. The Torres family. See, I think that would be an okay, like, start to a punishment. She's probably in protective custody. Oh, totally. Or maybe not. I don't know. I feel like I mean, I don't want her to. I want her to, like, fully have, like, the experience. Didn't Sarah petition to get alimony from her ex-husband? Well, yes! I don't know how that, like, turned out officially, but there's been, like, a whole battle. Well, she's been expecting her husband to, or ex-husband, I don't know if it's official yet, to pay for everything. Even while they were separated, he paid for the apartment. He paid for, like, alimony. That was her only way of getting money, because she couldn't keep a job. She wouldn't even get a job. I don't know. I feel like she thinks that she's more famous than she actually is with, like, in real life. I don't know. But thank God her son doesn't want anything to do with her. Yeah. He also fronted her all the time every time she called. Oh, yeah. Yeah. She'd just constantly beg for money. And I really hope that this is Brian's, like, full way out of the situation. I don't know. Let's play this for a little bit. I'll keep the sound on, so when it switches, we'll get there. Let's see if we can finish this crazy bitch.
Christmas party. Welcome to talk to them. They all work at Home Depot. We work together.
Does she work at Home Depot too?
No. Just my date, man.
Who was that outside that was recording?
Oh, no. She wasn't recording this. My sister just smoking.
Okay.
Nobody's recording this. Is my sister.
Yeah, it's okay. I'm not, like, mad if that was okay. Can I talk to her real quick?
Yeah,
too?
come on in. Come on in. This is warmer anyway. We only heat one room. I'm sorry. I just can't afford everything.
Okay, so here's the thing. Okay, I don't even know where she lives. That address you gave me isn't a real address.
2254 Richardson.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a real address. I'll look.
I had my phone.
Brian did pay for, like, 1 or 2 attorneys.
But here's the deal. I think we're kind of past the point of taking her home.
I understand. Yeah. I wish it was different, man. She does have 3 kids.
Obviously, you've witnessed that whole thing.
I'm sorry, I didn't know even to go out there.
You're not. No, you're fine. You're
just.
Go have a cigarette.
no, you're good.
I'm
You're like.
sorry for calling. Like, I didn't know she was
Stop.
so
No,
loud.
you're
I'm
good.
afraid.
You're
Like,
good. You have every right to be outside. I'm not, like, saying you did anything wrong or anything. You witnessed that. Well, are you willing to be a victim of the disorderly conduct of her, like, screaming and stuff like that?
Like, what do you mean? Like, do I have to go to court for it?
Not necessarily, no.
Okay.
Hi. Come on
I
in,
don't
Beth.
mind being a witness.
Sorry.
As far as Brian being kind of a bitch, like, I can see. Ooh. Oh, all right. We're in the courtroom. Like, I can see a lot of people feeling like that, and I have those feelings as well. But when I think of like, codependency and it being really hard to like let go of someone who's relied on you for so much, and they've known each other for so long, it'd be hard to cut that off. Like, he obviously would need, I don't want to like he probably is in long need of like codependent like therapy, like learning to like, you know, cutting her off would be the best option. Because I have like family members that are like codependent like that on each other, and it's really frustrating. It's so hard to be like, why don't you just, you know, cut them off, just like do this, and it's not that easy. A substitute teacher. Yeah, the mother of his kid and all that, yes. But she's far from saving. There has to be a point. It's time for Brian to. It's well overdue that he should have just cut her off, but I'm hoping this will be his moment of, okay. Because he's not going to get any money from her. She's not even getting money. Like, her lawyers aren't even getting paid from her. Some of the filings for family court mentioned the son is, he's in therapy right now. Good. See, yeah, I think the proper steps are being taken. Long overdue, but it's being taken care of now. God, these things never start on time.
We just only need one room. That's all. I started getting her close to her home, and she like started freaking out. Said, "Do you know who my dad is?" She like acted a.
Oh,
Stop!
hey.
All right, she's in Pazuzu mode, guys. She is in Pazuzu mode. Oh, I don't know. Probably not. This is so just like, yeah, hello. This is so like, I bet the president doesn't even like know about this. Sarah thinks that she's so infamous now that I don't think the president even knows.
Wow, let me get it.
They were already here and they refused.
Really?
That's who's pulling away, and then
Yeah, I saw it.
Holy water.
can one of you guys just wait with her just while I get that?
Yeah.
I just need to get their info. I'm gonna charge her with resisting and
Okay. Who she lives here?
no.
And possible demonic possession?
What is she? Some guy. They went to a Christmas party together, and then she was driving. He drove her here, and then when I walked up, she was slumped over in the car, just rambling, made no sense, and then just progressively.
Is that the guy that brought her in?
Yes. Progressively started to get more and more aggressive, and she tried to slam the door on me. I already had fire out here because she wasn't A&O at all. And they're like, no, she's medically fine. I'm like,
The fire did?
they were just here, they all left. And then right as they're leaving is when she started fighting. When she started yelling and screaming. It was just you that was outside?
Yeah, I didn't.
You didn't go outside?
No, I came inside and locked the door.
Okay.
And like, I don't know.
I get it.
Yeah, when he got here, I opened up the door because I was kind of wondering why so
And
late
she-
coming home.
She says, what's going on? I'm like, I don't know. We're going inside right now. And I
Yeah,
dialed
so
911.
we literally just walked inside. He grabbed my phone, made 911 call.
Okay. Are you... No, you're good. Are you guys dating or are you just friends?
Just friends. This was would have been like a first
A
date.
date? Okay.
Yeah, it would have been first date. In fact, it's the first date I've had in a long time. I even like
Cleaned up?
Oh, this poor guy. This is the first date he's had in a long time. Oh, this might be his last.
Shit. Yeah.
All right.
It stinks.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool. Let me go outside. We'll probably get you a piece of paper, okay? And then we'll get on our way, okay? Did any other neighbors wake up or anything?
No, but I like, you know.
We'll see if they'd be willing to be a victim also. The discon, but
Didn't find you?
yeah.
You good?
Did she calm down a bit?
A little bit.
Until she sees me again?
Yeah.
Said that the cuff is really thick.
All right. Well, I hope you guys are okay with what we're doing right now, because God, this probably isn't gonna like start until, who knows, maybe 1 o'clock. But if you guys are okay, just going back and forth to check in to see when this starts. But yeah, got a little entertainment beforehand.
I'm drunk. My car is at like 50 degree angles. I am drunk. 1, drunk.
See, I like those pants.
3, 4, 5.
It's 6:30 a.m. in Westlake, Ohio, where one suspected drunk driver, get this, called the cops on herself after allegedly crashing her own car.
Hi. I'm drunk. My car is at like 50 degree angles. I am drunk. And I am.
At least she's being honest. Rageful version. I think it's important Sarah Boone can share her victim statement, as Lauren has taught you can be a victim of your own crime, and all victims deserve sympathy. Hey. Oh. What? Hold on. Is she? Hold on. Was she like all excited? All right, we gotta go back and see this glee on her fucking face. Look at this. She is all smiles. There's Owens. Wow. There's that adorable face. I guess she lost her hair and makeup team. Jesus Christ. Just wait till she starts her own cooking show. Oh God, could you imagine? What are they looking up, like tweets? Are people is she trending on Twitter? Sarah smile. It was not on your bingo card. Yeah. Is she still like super confident that she's gonna? Oh God, these are. Someone should have fixed these blinds. This is not. A lot of people were giving shit to the court, like, on how just like unkempt it looked, and it still looks the same. Oh, okay. Is this the family? Wow. Oh, we still have that one chick to watch who was in the courtroom. Let's see, do you know what I think about when I think about this case? If Winnie was real and moved up to Cornville, can't you see something like this case happening to Winnie and Lauren? Possibly. I think I could see something like that. She's taking her seat on stage at graduation. The last few years have finally paid off. Her friends and family are here to share in her great success. It's a good day for Sarah Boone. It really is. I mean, because she excels in everything in her life. She's a straight A student. She can do a million things at once and then still do a million more at the same time. Yeah. Oh. Did I hear sound? What is this? You know what? She's probably so excited because she's not in her cell. Like, she's outside, quote, quote. So this has to be very exciting for her. And she has all her notes that she was doodling on, and her cute little pink highlighter, and the little manila envelope. What is he sharing? Good luck, Sarah Boone. You are a true victim. Aw, how nice. Since the Casey Anthony, I don't trust any verdict. Yeah. Oh, God. Fail. She plus Sarah Boone, all fucked up and guaranteed late. Yep. Yeah, these are never gonna go on. Are gonna be on time. Okay, so here's the young prosecutor. Where's the other guy? She's waiting for the... So that would be... Yeah, she gonna get a sweet deal. Man, no Dr. Pepper? Man, if I was her... I know she was, like, asking for a bunch of, like, snacks and shit. But... God, she can't even get a Dr. Pepper. How gross would that be? To have a Dr. Pepper mimosa. I don't know. I was thinking, like, oh, yeah, brunch. What would be a funny brunch, like, Sarah Boone libation? Ew. Dr. Pepper mimosa. Or Dr. Pepper and that cheap white wine that she bought on the night of George's death. Oh, that's dark. You would drink that? You know, I mean, Dr. Pepper and champagne. That would be interesting. Because you wouldn't necessarily think that, like, with OJ being as, like, acidic as it is, and then you got the bubbly of the champagne, it tastes good. Call it the White Dragon. Not the White Dragon. Damn. That would have been funny. Where's my husband? Go get champagne and Dr. Pepper. Ugh. I'm so interested in what they're looking at. Because she doesn't get to ever see a phone, so he could be showing her anything and she'd be like, wow. God, her hair looks like shit. Yeah, I guess after the trial you don't get a hair and makeup person because, yeah, she's in her prison garb. She's shackled. Yeah, no more outfits for you. You have a Magnum bottle of Woodridge. I'm saving it for today. Hell yeah. She's watching Bo Negros, probably. Oh, so it's not mute. I can hear people coughing. All right, bring on the judge. Let's go. Where's my judge? Hey, Chatterbait Billy. Where's my judge?
Now you can finger pop, you can even swing, but you going to jail for doing your thing. Here come the judge. Here come the judge. Here come the judge. All right.
Come on. Where's the judge? Okay, so I think that's his brother. Right there that testified. Oh, there's the other guy. Yes, cancel your meeting. Cancel those meetings. This is a big day in US history. judge. Come on, judge. Keep us entertained while we wait for the real judge.
You can testify, but you just can't win, because I'm here to tell you you guilty as sin. Here comes the judge. Here comes the judge. Here comes the judge.
Yes. What are these papers for? Your case is done. You're being sentenced. You're going to fucking... Ooh, Pussy just started. She'll be released on 20 to life or whenever Slothcat releases a new cartoon, whichever comes first. Huh? Well, that's true. We'll see. We'll see for that. Oh yeah, let's do like a Slothcat needs to do a Sarah Boone cartoon. He's busy, okay? What's with the smiling? Who's here that is making her... See, this, honestly, this is the sick individual that she is. Look at her. You are being sentenced for murder, and you are all smiles, joking around and flipping through your papers as if you actually wrote shit down. Right? I've never seen someone so happy like that. This is a first for me. Honestly, the plea deal was like less than 25. Because like also with her like time served, she would have only maybe spent maybe what, like another 8 years in jail maybe? I could totally be wrong, but like it was so significantly different than what she's possibly gonna get that it was just ridiculous. Oh god. Eileen Warnos, oh boy. I want to see some like victim impact statements. I want to see some like Dahmer shit. I want to see some people go crazy and want to fucking just like go over the table and like strangle her. Because they deserve that type of release. Jeffrey, I hate you. God, those were heartbreaking. Wow, I wonder what they're waiting on. Are they waiting? They don't need the... Oh, God, Are they waiting on the judge? Because usually the judge is waiting on them. Is he giving them like a taste of their own medicine? Like, hey guys, I waited so long, so many times for you guys to get your shit together. It's my turn. Be fashionably late. She's smiling like she just showed up to a 13-year-old. Yeah. Exactly. She's got a bounce in her step. She thinks she's about to like strike gold. Do you think that like she thinks that the judge is gonna be like, you know what? I know a judge or a jury was very unanimous on calling you guilty, but you know what? You're free to go, Miss Boone. Miss Paulson. Miss Booze. So the plea deal was for 15 years. She'd been in there since like 2020, so only about 10 years left. She would have probably gotten... Yeah, it would have been less than 10 years she would have gotten out, especially if she was like kind of good in prison, but she wasn't the best because she would like hoard cheese or shit like that. They need to. The way that she fucked around for so many years with her bullshit. She deserves everything that, like, with the time that she wasted on George's family getting justice. Like, I feel like that, is that allowed to be brought up during court? Is that like a, like, I feel like I would have, if I was, if it was okay to say, she like hoarded cheese. There's like some videos of some like inmates or some logs that were put together while she was in prison of her like shenanigans. Yeah, she hoarded like cheese. Yeah, she should. Turning that fucking deal down was the worst thing for her to do, but also it's very on brand for her because she really thinks that she is beyond perfect. And what are they going over? What are you going over? The trial is over. You're going to jail. Prison, whatever's the worst. I always forget. You're gonna be locked up forever. Well, it's government cheese, so if you call that cheese. Okay. They're comparing notes on the Twilight franchise. Aw, they did? Are they comparing the old to the new and seeing which one is far superior? Like, are they allowed to approach the bench during sentencing? Or is all that shit, like, you can't do shit like that now? Yeah, it is surprising, polynomial pervert, but she was not an ideal inmate. So she wouldn't have gotten out if she was like, you know, like good behavior or whatnot. Psh. Sarah Boone? I don't think so. Sarah's is Team Edward, but her attorney is into Charlie, so yeah, there's a lot to discuss. Team Mustache Dad. I'm Team Mustache Dad. Yeah, she would totally be Team Edward because of, you know, sleeping in confined spaces. That's a thing of hers. My God, she looks terrible. And this has been like a couple years with her, like, not drinking alcohol. Her face isn't blown up like a squirrel, but this is without drinking. Oh yeah, Bunny, I would love like get a Dr. Pepper and like the cheapest champagne you can get, and we'll have some Dr. Mosas or Pepper Mosas. Dr. Pepper Mosas. Me too! I don't know what the fuck they're talking about. God, I'm gonna need a snack. Oh my God. Okay. You know what? Can I add something? Let's see what I can add. If I can have this up.
I'm scared.
What happened?
Oh, wait. These officers are making me less scared. Okay. I'm gonna get off. Yeah. Bye. Thanks, babe. You made me less anxious to be on the phone with my officer. So I am drunk, and I went on a random drive.
Wow, so this woman's like the opposite of Sarah Boone. She's admitting that she's been drinking. Like Sarah, she's just been in denial about her alcoholism. Still to this day.
Cedar Point, apparently, and apparently my car ended up like this,
Yeah.
and I am drunk,
All right.
and I need to not be like that, and I need to not be like this.
Dang, I'm about to put some pot stickers on right now.
And I
'Cause I'm
need
getting,
my car to be more.
Where are you
getting
coming
peckish.
Police identify the suspect as 30-year-old Bethany Golson, who allegedly crashed the car, seen here, off a loading dock at a distribution center nearly 50 miles away from the amusement park where she claimed to be.
How did you get back here?
My boyfriend and I were not in a good spot, so I just.
How you doing? Can you give us a little space? We'll come talk to you. Can you give us a little space?
Like a loading dock at a.
I don't know. I just drove and then ended up here, and you kind of drive on, and then you're here.
Gotcha.
So it wasn't like.
So you drove this car all the way here, and then this is what happened. How did you come to this ramp?
A driveway that's that way.
While officers try to work out what exactly happened there, let's listen into that 911 call Bethany made just moments earlier.
911, where's your emergency?
Babe, is that you? Is that you?
Hello?
Is that you?
What's your emergency?
It's 80 degrees upside down. Should I get back in my car?
She flipped her vehicle. She said that she has been drinking.
Yep. I'm drunk. I'm a drunk trying to drive my car, and I thought that
Where are you at?
Let's see. There's one I've been meaning to send you. Oh, with someone who was almost the masterclass of how to act for DUI. It was a welcome change. You know what? I don't mind those like welcome changes. I don't know. Ooh, maybe we're thinking about the same thing, but yeah, send it to me because I'll randomly come across ones like where people act like normal. I hate to say the word normal, but and it's like it's
Cedar
actually
Point.
a breath
Cedar
of
Point?
It's nice, you know, breath of fresh air to see someone actually like. I mean, like this woman, she's like, yeah, I'm calling, I'm drunk, I did it. It's a nice change of pace.
Yep, I think.
Okay.
It looks like she's on Canterbury. She says that she.
Should I get back in my vehicle and drive a little bit?
Can you see an address?
I thought I was going to die. I was so scared. Am I okay?
Okay, do you have an estimated address or anything on Canterbury?
Yeah.
I'm drunk. I'm so drunk. It's not even funny. I'm just like hoping I'm not gonna die. My name is Bethany. I'm like drunk in the middle of nowhere, right? I just went on a random drive because me and my boyfriend were fighting, and then I got like stuck in this random place of this random development, and I feel like it's like not a development, but like Cedar Point instead.
Are you injured at all?
Nope, just drunk. Just drunk.
All right, Sam, line with me.
Oh.
I love you, and thank.
I love you. Oop, here we go. Are those his students? All right, guys, it's happening. Well, it's starting. Why are they sitting so close to him? Oh, okay, there we go. Damn it, I wanted a snack. Now it's too late. Are you injured or anything? No, just drunk. Kranick. Alright, so I'm gonna get on this stream of mine and listen in, because nothing, I don't want to, I hate to leave you guys. I'm not leaving you guys, but I like really want like a snack, and it doesn't seem like anything that important that will happen anytime soon, but I'm gonna keep this going while I find myself I just came to get something to eat.
Calling State of Florida versus Sarah Boone, 2020 CF 2603, State.
Dean Cacciatore on behalf of the state.
Defense.
William J. for the state.
Defense.
James Owens for Sarah Boone.
Ms. Boone is seated at counsel's table. Ma'am, if you could please raise your right hand, Madam Clerk is going to go ahead and swear you in.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? I do.
Ma'am, can you state your full name and date of birth for the record for us?
Sarah Boone, 10-10-77.
We are here for a sentencing. The jury returned a verdict on October 25, finding you, Ms. Boone, guilty of murder in the second degree. We are running a little bit late this afternoon. I apologize for that. I was in court all morning and took the opportunity to review all of your submittals from earlier this morning, Mr. Owens, including the victim or the character statements, the psychological evaluation by Dr. Harper, the motion for downward departure, the motion for new trial, and the state's response to same. Before we proceed with any sentencing in this matter, the court needs to address the defendant's motion for new trial and the state's response to the defendant's motion for new trial. Anything in addition you'd like to argue at this time, Mr. Owens, over and above what is contained in your motion, sir?
No, sir.
State.
No, sir.
All right, after reviewing the motion and the state's response to same, the defendant's motion for a new trial is denied. Based on the court's review of the record, the court's participation in the trial, and the review of all the evidence of the court's prior findings and rulings at trial and prior thereto. With that, I believe that we're prepared to proceed with sentencing at this time. The court has reviewed the pre-sentencing investigation prepared by the Department of Corrections. Are there any housekeeping matters that we need to address, Mr. J. or Mr. Cacciatore, before we proceed?
Not from the state.
Are there any housekeeping matters from your side of the ledger, sir, that we need to address, Mr. Owens?
Judge, I do have.
Are there any housekeeping matters from your side of the ledger, sir, that we need to address,
Witnesses that are going to testify.
All right, I'm back.
Dr. Harper is going to testify. Of course, my client's going to testify. One of the four lay witnesses wants to appear by Zoom. She lives up in Minnesota. I don't know if that's allowed.
We don't have an objection to that. One of our witnesses will be providing an impact statement would also like to appear on the court's virtual link as well.
Okay, so stipulated. If you need it, just let Anita know, and I can have her email it to you right now, the link.
We do have the link. Okay. She's waiting to get on, I guess.
Who might it be, sir? It's several people
It
here.
should be Lana Albert.
She is here, sir. She's in the, she's viewing, her camera's off and she's, microphone is muted, but she's in the lobby.
Oh.
All right, with that, State, you may proceed.
Your Honor, at this time, we would like to take an impact statement from, I believe, Anna Torres,
Oh, wow.
who is appearing virtually.
I see several guests, but I do not see a Anna Torres in the virtual lobby, sir.
Well, I think while maybe she's having some issue logging on, we have also in-person witnesses.
We can proceed with those first, sir.
Oh my God, here we go. Free trial's been denied.
Please.
Please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Ma'am, good afternoon. Could you state and spell your name for the record for us?
My name is Blanca Torres.
Okay. Ma'am, you can go ahead.
Please speak into the microphone. Oh yeah, she's totally doing
I
it.
just want to tell Sarah Boone that I don't hate her for what she did. And I always remember that evening when that lady came into my door and she knocked at the door. And she asked for my name. I said, I tell her my name. And then she said, can I come in? I said, okay, yes. And she told me to sit down. I never think that was gonna be my son. And then she said my son was dead. Since that day, I can't sleep. It's hard for me to remember that moment. My son is not here no more. She don't only kill my son, she killed a father, a brother, an uncle. It's been hard. And my family, because all the brothers, they will always work together. But now it's like something real. Love is missing. Sometimes when I look out the window, I'm waiting for him to come and say, Mom, I love you.
God.
She was always there. She come and called me. I miss that mommy. The last time that I talked to him was at 12 o'clock in January, New Year. He came to my bed and said, Mom. He woke me up and I said, Mom, I love you. Happy New Year. And since that day, I don't see him no more. He was my son. I love him. And I miss him a lot. My family miss him a lot too. But I don't hear her. But you know what? I was blessed. She ain't gonna be blessed like me because I have my son. I raised him. I have his children, my granddaughter, my grandson, and she don't gonna be able to have that.
Yes.
And I did. I raised him. He wasn't perfect, but he was a good son.
Wow.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. State anything further from this witness?
No, Your Honor.
Oh
Defense?
my God.
Thank you.
Okay, so I'm gonna do my best to not like pause and all that, like when they're speaking. But that was very beautifully stated that she got to raise her son. You know, was he perfect? No, but wow. Get her, Mom. Sarah's fucked, exactly. The most worst. Oh.
You may call your next victim impact statement. Ma'am, could you state and spell your name for the record for us, please?
Victoria Torres. My name is Victoria Torres. George is my brother. Unfortunately, my family has experienced two horrifying tragedies. I just want to make it clear that George deserves justice. As far as my other brother and Sarah deserve to rot in jail. Sarah has caused a lifetime of pain, a lifetime of horrible images, a lifetime of hearing my brother George plead for his life. This is just this moment for all of you. For me and my family, it's forever. Such a simple thing as using a suitcase is so triggering. I try not to close it all the way.
Oh my God.
And leave at least like 2 or 3 inches for the zipper. And it might sound crazy, but it just helps me.
It's not crazy.
She really has flipped my family's life upside down. And I just hope that we can truly get justice for my brother. And I just want to tell the team thank you so much for everything they did. Thank you.
Thank you. State anything further?
No, Your Honor.
Defense?
No.
Thank you.
Your Honor, could we see if Ms. Anna Torres has been able to make it online?
Do not see an Anna Torres in the lobby, sir. I have lots of guests, HHSA, Mr. Beck, Lana Albert, Jason Gunn.
Man, how many of them are there? Holy shit.
Your Honor, is there a cap to the link as to the number of individuals?
Not to my knowledge.
Can we just have just a moment?
Yes.
There's always some type of difficulty. Where's Brian? Have we seen Brian yet? Because this all looks like the Torres side. See, I have. Oh, good job, Owens. God, so did they have like a specific order as to who makes their statement first? It seems like they're trying to find someone who is supposed to go next. Sarah just itching to finish that 3D cube she was trying earlier. Weren't those like the funnest things to make? Like drawing, like doodling. Like, oh my god, I made something 3D. It was either that or those really cool S's that were really cool to make in the 90s. She really doesn't have family. Like, both her parents passed. She has like a brother who's in the military. And either he's in jail or there's someone else that's a family member who's also locked up as well. But she does not have family. She's working on an S too. Good job. Surprised you even know what those are. Is that smile wiped off your fucking face now, Sarah? Probably not. I swear, if we see one more smile from her during this, like now that people have started to speak, throw it away. Put on someone else. Come on. Not that I'm like in like a crazy rush or anything, but God, what is happening? Yo, that is the big question, isn't it? How could you smile again after what you've done? And that is the big question. And why there are so many really fucked up people in this world.
Yes, sir, Mr. Cacciatore.
Your Honor, after speaking with Mr. Owens, given the fact that the victim's daughter is having difficulties with...
Is that her, Anna Victoria Torres?
Internet problems?
Yes, sir.
Is that it?
Is that her?
Who it is? All right, ma'am, good afternoon. Can you hear us?
Good afternoon. I can hear you.
Is that one of his
Could
daughters?
you please state and spell your name for the record?
My name is Anna Victoria Torres, ANAVICTORIA
Thank you, ma'am. I understand that you'd like to provide a statement to the court at this time. You may proceed.
The one that was on the news.
Okay. Okay.
You got this.
I'll be speaking for myself and my two siblings.
Okay.
The murder of our father has impacted us on so many levels and in different ways. I myself, for the first year, would wake up screaming every morning or night, wishing I was having a nightmare, only to wake up to remember all over again that my father is gone and I'll never be able to hear him say he loves me ever again.
Oh my God.
To know my siblings have been affected in such a way that they are now different. They have had a piece of their heart ripped away from them, all while her son gets to hear his mother's voice and see her alive is pathetic. Because of you, Sarah, my sister is heartbroken. Because of you, Sarah, my brother is left wondering when he will ever see his father again. The loss of my father has left me with chronic depression and anxiety. Seeing any moments of fatherly love or kindness being shown between others in real life or even on TV leaves me in complete shambles. Seeking therapy was a must in order to navigate through my workday without a random breakdown.
Good, I'm
Thoughts
glad
of my father's
she's in
demise
therapy.
still enter my mind ever so often. I'm left either angry, sad, or sick to my stomach to think of how his final moments were. George Torres, my incredible father. Not only was he my father, but my best friend. My personal comic provided me with wisdom and knowledge, creative and loving dad, an older brother, an uncle, a cousin, a friend, a son, and above all, our father. He was human, and deserve to be treated as such. My father, George Torres, was one of a kind, an absolute gem. Unfortunately, his light was dimmed on earth by evilness, but with us, we will forever make his name live on. Especially Sarah. I pray that you see his face when you see him at night. That is it.
Short and sweet.
Anything further, State?
No, Your Honor.
Anything further of this witness?
No, sir.
All right, thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Anything further?
See, the last thing she said was the loudest it sound. Like I'm trying to adjust the sound a little bit, but as we know throughout this case, the sound has not been the best.
No other impact statements, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Oh no, that's
Any
it.
other witnesses or evidence at this point in time, State?
No, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Owens, you may proceed, sir.
Oh boy, here we go.
Ms. Diane Smith.
Come on, Sarah, you're not going to speak for yourself?
I have no issue with her being at the podium. If you want to move about the well to conduct your examination, that's fine, Counselor. Ma'am, come on up.
I can't hear you.
Come on up to this podium right here, ma'am. If you could, raise your right hand. Madam Clerk's going to go ahead and swear you in.
You solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? I do.
Ma'am, could you state and spell your name for the record for us, please?
Diane Smith, Diane
Okay, thank you very much. Counselor, you may inquire.
And Ms. Smith, tell the court a little bit about you.
I was a chaplain at the 33rd Street Jail for 30 years.
And have you been a chaplain at the jail here in Orange County?
Yes, Orange County Jail.
I hope so.
For 30 years. Uh-huh.
Okay. And
Hey,
during,
Blinken.
that period of time, did you have occasion to meet with Sarah Boone?
I did.
And was it over the course of how long?
I've known her 4 years.
And if you could, tell the court what you'd like to say.
Okay. Well, I first met Sarah. She came in, we have a Christian dorm, and Sarah enrolled in our Christian program. And she was in my classes for a year. And she was very sincere in her efforts to change her life and to be a better person. And I found her very helpful. She was kind and good to people. She loved to serve. And she helped the new girls that would come in, the younger girls. She would mother them and be very kind and very helpful. And then after she graduated from the program, I was her counselor for the other 3 years. And I always found her, very sincere and, trying to do better. I spoke with many inmates that knew her and was associated with her. And they spoke very highly of her and said that, she was helpful and kind and tried to help other people. And I just found her to be, very sincere and trying to be a very good person and change and help people.
Was the Bible involved at all?
Oh, yes, it was all spiritual. Yes, it was spiritual growth plus character, growth and character, trying to just be a better person in general. She liked to serve other people, she would help the girls wash their clothes and show them around and teach. But spiritually, she grew very, very great and spiritually.
Thank you.
Hang on, ma'am, just 1 second.
Ma'am?
Hang on just 1 second, Ms. Smith. State, any questions?
No, Your Honor.
All right, thank you, ma'am, I appreciate you.
I'd like to call Christina Pena. Oops.
So where did they get these people? Where did they get these people? I wonder.
Yeah, it's fine, Counselor, thank you.
To speak, to praise Sarah Boone for how
Ma'am,
she's
come on up,
changed.
if you can. Raise your right hand. Madam Clerk's going to go ahead and swear you in.
The fact that the fact that she was acting the way she was before this whole thing started, all giggling and laughing and shit. You really think these people who knows, they could have gotten something out of all this? Who knows? I don't know. I don't believe any of these people.
Swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but
Yeah,
the
she
truth?
grew spiritually.
Ma'am, if you could state and spell your name for the record for us.
Christina Pena, Christina Pena.
All right, you may inquire, sir.
Ms. Pena, how old are you?
31.
And where do you live?
Does that matter?
Orlando.
Now, it's my understanding, Ms. Penna, that you were in the county jail with Sarah Boone.
Yes.
How long were y'all in the same cell together?
Yes, I was in there for 4 years, but we were together for 3.
Okay. And I understand ultimately the charges against you were dismissed? And so you were released on what day?
April 4th this year.
2024?
2023.
2023. So you've been out for a pretty good while.
I've been out for like 6 or so months now. Yeah, since April of this year, actually. Sorry.
April of 2024. And you said y'all were bunkmates there together for about 3 years?
Yeah.
I would assume that y'all got to know each other pretty well.
We did.
Okay. And if you could, if you'd like to speak on her behalf to the judge.
Yes. Sarah's one of my best friends, my only.
Take your time.
She's helped me a lot. Spiritually and like growing and
The girlfriend? That's her
just-
name.
She helps everybody. She's always, I don't know, spirit. She helped me a lot, and she would come to me. She talked to me all the time and pick me up when I was down, or if I didn't know something. She's good. I don't know. She was a good person to me. She just, mistakes happen. She always helped. She always helped people. She was always helping everybody in the dorm.
Give examples.
Even like her artwork. She did art.
Puzzles.
Anybody need any help or needed anything, they'd come to her and
Play hide and seek.
She'd help
She
them.
was there.
Even if they, did wrong to her, she would still go back and help them and praise with them and pray over them and everything.
It was all an act.
And was she a little bit older than you?
Yeah.
How much older was she?
Yeah, mistakes happen. Oh my God.
Did you think of her as maybe an aunt or a big sister? What
A
was
big sister, yeah, she was like a big sister, like a sister I never had. Because I have brothers, so I never, we clicked right away, I don't know. We'd be walking out in the backyard and she just would always try and talk to me, but I'm a quiet person and I don't trust a lot of people. So for me to open up and trust somebody, it's a lot. So
you were a
and
perfect target for her.
In difficult circumstances. Did
Yeah.
she assist you in getting through that?
Yes, and she helped me a lot with my my case, and I would help her with with hers too. We're both. Justice is not what it is. I don't know how.
Bless you.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
We both helped each
Justice is not what it is. Like whatever it is. I'm sorry.
other out. I don't know.
Jeez.
Ms. Pena, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Any questions, State?
This is
All right, thank you, ma'am. I appreciate you.
fail. I'm sorry. Fail number 2.
Ms. Hill? Judge?
Yes, sir.
After Ms. Hill, I want to thank
I bet they have a bunch
Yes,
of
sir.
people to speak in favor of Boone. They're all bullshit.
I do.
Ma'am, good afternoon. Could you state and spell your name for the record for us?
My name is Mariela Hill, Mariela, last name Hill, Hill.
Very poor
Thank
choice
you.
of
You may
words.
proceed, sir.
Ms. Hill, briefly tell us a little bit about yourself.
I met Sarah in jail. I spent 3 months in jail and went through a lot of unfortunate circumstances myself.
All right, now this was in the Orange County Jail here in Orlando?
Orange County Jail.
And
correct.
when would that have been? Do you recall the dates?
Yes, it was April, from April to June of this year.
Of this year.
2024.
They all sound coached.
Yes.
And did you develop a relationship with Sarah Boone over the course of that 3 months?
Yes, yes. We met when I was moved to the B dorm, and I needed help with a form that I needed to complete, and one of the COs pointed to Sarah to help me out. And since that moment, we became really good friends, and she was so
Bullshit.
helpful, so kind, so respectful and loving, not just to me, but to everyone. And I have nothing but good things to say about her, her character, her loving heart, and how deep her faith is. Her faith in
Deep her faith.
believing in justice.
And I love that all these people so far have been not white.
State any questions?
No, Your Honor.
All right, thank you, Ms. Hill. I appreciate it. Ms. Albert, good afternoon, ma'am. Can you hear me? This is Judge Kranick, and if you can, I would ask you to turn on your camera and unmute yourself at this time, please.
Hey, George Glass.
Sir, how do I unmute my, or turn on my camera? I know how to unmute, but I'm not sure how to turn the camera on.
Oh, who's this?
Turn the volume down.
Someone we can actually hear? These people are in favor
Is
of
that better?
Sarah, George Glass.
When you join the link, there should have been an option for like a pull down on the left-hand side of the screen for you to open out or turn on a camera. I don't know what device you're appearing on, if it's a cell phone or a laptop.
It is an iPhone. Should I try to re-enter the room?
Yeah, try to do that. There should be an option for you to pick a camera. You'll either select the default camera, and hopefully we'll be able to see you at that time.
Okay, let me, just give me 1 second.
Sure.
They probably do, George Glass. I don't know where they found these people. Yeah, please don't have it pointed at your dink when your camera turns on, please. Guess you can't figure out the camera. Like, I feel like things like this is pretty important. They should have been somewhat coached on how to do this part. Okay, so when you enter a Zoom meeting, this is what you do. Like, this is pretty important. This isn't a place to be like pussyfooting around.
Did that work? Can you see me?
God.
I cannot.
Like, I get...
Shoot. Yeah, it's saying default camera. It's saying front camera. I chose it. It didn't show my face or anything like that.
If Jodi Arias is our next character witness, I am leaving. But it's just like I know this isn't theater, guys, and you don't like rehearse and shit, but could we try
State?
to prepare people for this properly?
No objection to the witness making their statement here telephonically.
Okay, appreciate it. All right, Miss
Yeah, who cares?
Albert, good afternoon. If you could just state and spell your name for the record for us, please.
He can be heard.
Certainly. Lana, Lana, Albert, Albert.
Okay. All right, Mr. Owens is going to ask you some questions. And if you could just answer them, ma'am, I would greatly appreciate it. Sir, you can proceed.
Miss Albert, do you have the ability to turn your volume down?
No, please don't.
Yes,
Just don't.
I just did. I can't hear you very well when I do that, though.
We can.
You can't hear me?
I can hear you, but very, very quietly.
How about now?
Yes, I can hear you. Am I okay?
Yeah, you sound a lot better. You were too loud earlier.
Everyone else was too
Okay.
quiet.
Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you.
All right, Miss Albert, tell the court a little bit about yourself briefly.
Well, I live in Minnesota. I currently have end-stage renal disease. Before I became disabled, I was a business owner in the Twin Cities here.
Okay.
All right, and how old are you?
I am 50 years old.
All right, and you're considered disabled?
Yes, I am.
All right. And have you had an occasion since this event
This is crank
to
yankers.
establish a relationship with Sarah Boone?
Yes, I have. We have been friends for the past a little over 11 months.
Oh, that's
And how do
so
y'all communicate?
long.
We've communicated a lot of phone calls, lots of tablet back and forth, and a lot of letters.
They've been friends for 11 months, guys. This is some deep friendship right here. Best of friends.
As well. I'd say many, many, many hours
Fox
of
and the
time
Hound.
spent with each other.
All right, and do you want to speak on her behalf here today?
I would, please.
All right, would you please tell the court what you would like for the court to know?
Thank you very much. And thank you very much, Your Honor, for the privilege of speaking on behalf of my friend Sarah Boone. I also want to extend my heartfelt condolences to everyone here affected by this terrible tragedy, which has brought us all here and listening in. Many, many articles and videos and opinions of Sarah have gone out in the airways and on the webs. Opinions that have been formed and commented on so much that it's hard not to give into the temptation to treat people like a comic book or a fictional character. In the case of my friend Sarah, the words narcissist, Karen, villain, many other things, they roll off the tongue with little regard to the humanity that is dismissed so flippantly.
Oh shit. I did not mean to do that. God damn it.
End-stage renal disease caused by a genetic illness called polycystic kidney disease. As my life has progressed, things are damaged and defenseless. How many of us would take in and pour love for a hearing impaired and a sight impaired pair of dogs? She has a natural instinct to help reach out and give of herself. Her time and energy and love, especially to those who are hurting or damaged. You all have seen her fight for her own life and truth here. I tell you this, she fights even harder for those she loves, giving time, attention, and companionship without a single thought for her own gain or what somebody can do for her. And one huge example is in the matter of our friendship. As I said before, I have end-stage renal disease caused by a genetic illness called polycystic kidney disease. As my life has progressed, things I have taken for granted have been taken away from me. I could not appear in court in person because I can no longer walk, as my dialysis treatments have affected the circulation of my legs and has confined me to a wheelchair.
What does that have to do with
To say
Sarah?
that my life has radically changed is an understatement. Through it all, I have many friends and family I love and cherish. Sarah has distinguished herself differently in this way. In the course of getting to know her, I started sharing the progressing state of my health. It was like lightning had struck her. The moment Sarah had learned the depth of my struggles health-wise, she straight up offered strenuously to donate a kidney to me. I gotta tell you this, I hope she's not mad for me showing this, but she had no hesitation, no concern over personal risk or personal gain. I want to convey to this, out and around the world, that is merely offering is a good and heroic act. I've had many friends. I've not had one outside of my brother who has offered me a kidney. That is huge. I don't have anything of equal value to give to her. And that's not the actions of a narcissist. She did it as a reflex action, as a good person.
I don't even know at this point,
in
sorry,
October, we spoke that night.
They've been friends for 11 months. What about exactly what you guys are saying in the chat? Like, what about people who knew her while George was alive and then after? So they're starting to say, like, okay, so since her crime, she has gotten so much better, guys. She's seen the light. She's done so many amazing things. She adopted dogs. That's the one thing that they can say about her that she did that was so admirable. Okay.
And I hope Sarah doesn't get mad at me again for disclosing this, but out of all the shock and seriousness of what had happened in the court, the thing that made her emotionally break was that she realized she could no longer be a donor to me. I mean, I was sitting there like, hey, it's going to be okay. But she was so broken up, she couldn't help me. That's a friend.
No, it's not.
She is not, nor does she come up anywhere remotely close to being a narcissist.
Opportunist.
Now, one more thing before I go.
Bullshit.
Social media has worked to rip the blindfold off of Lady Justice, to take the sword out of her right hand and start assassinating Sarah's character.
Bullshit.
However, the scales are the balance. As it says in Psalm 85, mercy and truth are met together.
Bible.
Righteousness and peace have kissed each other. Justice
Bullshit.
isn't justice without mercy. Our pursuit of righteousness isn't complete and right without peace.
Don't believe
Thank you,
the
Your Honor,
bullshit.
for the honor of speaking for my friend Sarah Boone. I hope that your justice is mixed with mercy here today.
Bullshit.
State, any questions? No, Your Honor. Any follow-up, Mr. Owens?
No, Judge.
All right.
A
Thank
bunch
you.
of cheese, yeah.
Ms. Albert, I appreciate you.
Like to call Dr. Harper?
You want her on the stand or?
I'm not sure what the
I'm okay with her on the stand.
On the stand?
echo is.
She can be right now. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I want to see Kevin.
Judge, you want her on the podium?
No, she'd be at the podium. That's fine.
Why do you not know where they're supposed to be, Owens? They're not.
Doctor, good afternoon. If you could please raise your right hand. Madam Clerk's going to go ahead and swear you in.
Trial is over.
If you could, doctor, state and spell your name for the record for us, please.
Dr. Julie Harper, Julieharper.
All right, thank you. Counselor, you may inquire.
And Dr. Harper, we all know we were here a few weeks back for the trial, and your testimony.
Fuck this sound.
The judge knows quite a bit about your testimony, but if you could, I know that you prepared a report, and we have submitted that to the court, which the court has read, and the state has a copy. And I don't know if you want to refer to that or just speak on your own about Sarah Boone and what you did to assess her, and then any opinions that you want to express.
All right. I think that during trial testimony, I reviewed all of the documents
sound for this
excuse me,
shit.
and all of the records that were available. They're documented in my report as well. In addition to the forensic clinical interviews that I conducted, I also have had the
You
opportunity
do.
to talk to her brother, Philip Paulson, in the interim since the trial. And
Paulson?
I included his information.
Oh, wow. So they talked to her brother. I do not understand why this trial has been so horrible when it comes to the sound department. Like, I know this isn't like a production, this isn't like theater or whatnot, but like, isn't it though? Can we not prioritize the sound department when it comes to these things? Because it's really important that we understand what they're saying.
In my report as to her family background.
If you could, give the court a synopsis of what your findings are, and what you uncovered maybe from the brother, whatever you think the court needs to hear this relevant.
Okay, so they talked to her. She talked to her brother, and what? What did she
So
find?
referring to the summary section of my report, I'll keep it a brief, but I'll outline the highlights that I feel like haven't been conveyed before, which is an understanding of Ms. Boone's early family life, in that she is the middle child of her parents' union, and that her parents did not have a happy marriage. They didn't provide an opportunity to have a good role model as to how to have a partnership together. Ms. Boone was born in close proximity to her youngest brother, 11 months apart, and in my clinical experience and training, I would say that that disrupted her attachment with her mother, some being close in proximity with her younger brother, whose temperament just seemed to suit a relationship with her mother better than her own. So ultimately, Ms. Boone bonded with her father, though he wasn't described by either child as an affectionate person. He was somebody that was there for her at sporting events and more of a primary parent for her in that way. His untimely death by heart attack during her high school years was marked by her brother as a turning point for her in how she was acting at home. Her demeanor, her relationship with her mother took a turn for the worse as she was not coping well. She was using substances based on what her brother was saying. And it is my opinion that that early lack of foundational relations with her mom and not feeling very secure, the death of her father, destabilized her. That's a period of your life when you're leaving high school, when you should have formed a very solid foundation to go out in the world, and I don't think that that's what she had at that moment. She bonded easily with Mr. Boone, and you can see that there are elements of that early difficulty with her relationships because she took on a parentified role, in my opinion, during that relationship. And therefore, there's a power imbalance in that she was making decisions and not, again, having an equal relationship. I think that that led her to a sense of being a need to be right, a need to feel like she is the one that's making good decisions, to have some ego support by being in the right all the time with Mr. Boone. And I think that that led to some behaviors that she carried over into her relationship with Mr. Torres, in that she's parentified around him and acting more like a parent-child relationship, being a facilitator of housing and applications for jobs and things like that. So again, there's a power imbalance that I think was very seriously misaligned, as her brother and the property manager of their apartment had verified. They saw her being abused, physically abused in serious ways, or the effects of the abuse and bruising, or calls to them. It is my opinion that she called for help, but when people got tired of her not leaving Mr. Torres, they stopped responding to those calls. And basically, Ms. Boone handled things on her own. And as other people with healthier boundaries probably would have left, she acting out the pattern of intimate partner violence, did not leave. She stayed long past when it would have been smart for others, or others would have said to leave, sorry. The undergirding of that not leaving the relationship is a long-term anxiety problem that became post-traumatic stress disorder. There is an earlier instance of exposure to traumatic stress in that she was the person in the hospital after her father died who found him having students perform CPR on his dead body. So that was an early exposure to high traumatic stress, witnessing that incident, and based on her brother's description, that was something that changed her. When a person is exposed to numerous compounding stressors, their adrenaline system is changed. It alters your body. And things that might be an otherwise neutral situation, you tend to have a cascading adrenaline response to that. And I think that that ultimately, for her, as she succumbed to other instances of serious physical abuse from her partner, became post-traumatic stress disorder. I do think that that is a condition that is still existent even while she's in jail. It's something that she needs treatment for because those triggers are unmitigated, meaning that she hasn't really had the kind of therapy to address them and reduce her adrenaline and anxiety responses when she thinks of past instances of traumatic events that have happened to her. You can also respond to post-traumatic stress disorder clinically by using antidepressant therapy, and that would be something that could assist her ultimately in reducing symptoms if she had counseling and antidepressant therapy.
Now, Dr. Harper, I know that you had testified at the trial.
Oh.
In your opinion, she suffered as a
Don't give me that bullshit.
That is legally recognized in Florida, in the courts of Florida.
That's correct.
And I understand that that is tied
I bet
to
she
the
is.
Department of Violence.
Like, guys, like the trial's over. She was found guilty. Why are you still trying? Like, even if she did have all these things and she should have seen, yeah, of course she should have seen, like, asked for help and all that shit, but that still does not. She killed a guy. She killed a guy. I don't know what they're trying to do, as if they're still on trial trying to prove her innocence, but it's too late. She's guilty. She still did it.
violence, which is maybe the same thing, but there's a complex
Oh my
mental
God.
health issue that ties into that. Can you speak on the complexity of that whole cycle that one such as Sarah Benny and George Torres were involved in?
Certainly. So intimate partner violence is not a diagnosis. It's a pattern of events that occur between two partners in which the power dynamic is altered by the physical abuse or
Oh, I think so
behaviors
too,
that are controlling
polynomial.
in nature to the point that someone's safety
Masturbatory
is
for her?
threatened.
Oh, yeah.
It's common for
She loves hearing all of the, like, yes, this is why she's the victim. Yes, it's like, oh, like she loves it.
victims of that to have a complex mental health condition, often including depression, anxiety, and substance abuse problems. And what might be substance abuse to cope with the problem, like numbing oneself, will sometimes result in its own diagnosis. The pattern of intimate partner violence, I think we covered in the trial, but just in summary about that, there are phases in which at first the bonding of the two partners might be something positive. They've got something in common or have pleasurable time together. And then the secondary phase of that is when there is change in dynamic and some kind of traumatic event occurs, some instance of physical violence. And then
Oh, yeah,
there's
absolutely.
a third phase.
Not going to deny that what she saw was not traumatic. Of course it is.
Phase in which it's like a honeymoon phase,
Especially when
where
it comes
they're trying to
to,
right the relationship.
comparing it to
so
mac
in
and
phase
cheese.
1, when they're having something pleasurable, the tone shifts. Phase 2, there is some kind of incident, and phase 3, there's a honeymoon phase. As that pertains to anxiety, I think that a person who suffers from intimate partner violence never stops experiencing that hypervigilance, waiting for the next instance of violence to occur. So even though they may look happy, they might be experiencing something positive, they've not really relaxed because their memory that could or will occur again is still in their mind. So they haven't fully stopped experiencing intimate partner violence. It's just what phase of the process they're in.
Now, and Dr. Harper, it goes into more detail in your report, which I supplied to the court, which is a total of 11 pages, and I believe that's confidential document.
That's what's been marked. I don't believe it's been filed in the court file. If it has, that's something if it needs to be, it's something we can address. I have reviewed it. It does reflect confidential and privileged information on the first page. I don't believe it's been filed in the court file unless you did it. Okay. It already has been? All right, appreciate it.
Under seal.
Okay, excellent. Thank you, sir.
And Dr. Harper, you're aware that the defense has filed a defendant's motion for downward departure.
Yes.
And we've listed several factors under paragraph 3, the capacity of the defendant to appreciate the criminal.
God, this is not how I thought it was going to go.
The requirements of law were substantially impaired, that she requires specialized treatment for a mental disorder that is not
Volume,
related
thank
to
you.
substance use or addiction, although you agree that she does suffer from alcohol use disorder.
So she has an underlying mental health disorder, post-traumatic stress disorder, and I additionally diagnosed her with alcohol use disorder, which is separate.
But you agree she does require specialized treatment for a mental disorder that's not related to the substance abuse or addiction?
That's correct.
And you agree she's amenable for treatment?
Yes.
And you would agree that she acted under extreme duress in this unique homicide case?
Yes.
And you would agree that the uniqueness of the circumstances, the facts and circumstances surrounding the case, that the offense was committed in an unsophisticated manner?
Yes.
And it was isolated?
That's my understanding as well. That
Other than she had the charge where both of them were charged at one time, and I think she had the strangulation allegation, the felony case that was ultimately dismissed when both of them were arrested.
she had a prior felony case. The facts are different, of course, than this particular case where we're here today.
Dr. Harper, I believe that's all the questions I've got, unless you would like to say, if I've missed anything, of course.
No, I think.
Okay, and if not, it's in the report.
Yes.
Any questions?
Hey, Mad Cracker Lorography.
Yes, that's fine. inquire, sir.
Yeah, she does. Her
Pages
hair
1 and
is
2 of
an
your report go through
anomaly.
the
Wait,
sources of your information, correct?
why
And
is she
that would
sitting
include
here now?
8 interviews that you had with her from the course of August of 2020 through September of 2024, correct?
There were 9 interviews, but 8 dates of service are listed.
You did the Miller Forensic Assessment of Symptoms Test, or MFAST.
That's right.
Inventory of Legal Knowledge, ILK.
That's right.
Clinician-administered PTSD Scale 5 examination.
Yes.
You consulted with her attorney.
Yes.
Videotaped interviews from this court case number of Sarah Boone, interview part 1 and 2, Abraham Moreno interview, Brandon Moats interview, Brian Boone interview, Juan Torres interview, and Melissa Sexton interview, correct?
Yes.
You reviewed the autopsy photos?
Yes.
You reviewed some of the digital forensic exhibits, including the Apple iPhone XS and a Samsung SMJ 327 T1 photographs from those 2 devices?
Yes.
You reviewed Bates stamped discovery pages 1 through 413.
That's correct.
The crime scene photos are photos of a scene taken on June 19th of 2020.
Yes.
Ew, my birthday.
Aspire Health records.
Yes.
And who do those pertain to?
Aspire Health records are for Sarah Boone.
Florida Hospital Medical Group records.
Yes.
And who do those records pertain to?
That is also for Sarah Boone.
And Aspire, is that a mental health treatment facility?
It has an emergency department record, but that would be the place where she was detained under the Baker Act.
And it is
Right?
routine and common in
Like, what is this? Is this like a whole nother trial that we're having right here? Like, why is she sitting there like this is the trial all over again? What is happening?
the practice of forensic psychology or psychiatry to rely on the records of other such practitioners?
As a source of information, sure.
You reviewed the deposition of Dr. Tanya Warner.
Right? Like, I really thought that this was just going to be like a couple people do their impact statements, sentence her, let's go. This is going to be all day. I didn't expect this.
You reviewed the trial testimony of Sarah Boone, Brian Boone, Dr. Michael Brannon, Dr. Tanya Werner, correct?
Yes.
The jury verdict form dated...
Like, I might have to take this stream on the road at some point, because I've got some stuff to do later.
10/25/24.
Like, yeah, like, I'm totally here for it. This is exciting, but it's like, still, what is happening?
Witness list notice of filing amended
Yes.
on this case. Records of Jorge Torres or George Torres involving case numbers 2019 MM 5114, a 911 call and PDF, case 2019 MM 7193, case 2019 MM 7193, Torres Public Records, case 2019 MM 7193, Torres Photos, Central Florida Primary Care Records, Advent Health Orlando Medical Records, correct?
Yes.
Oops. I'm always knocking over my damn microphone.
And those latter records that I just mentioned, those for Mr. Torres and not Ms. Boone, correct?
That's right.
Then you reviewed Sarah Boone written correspondence, Sarah's listing of domestic violence incidents, Sarah's writings regarding missing days of work and Baker Act, and a 74-page life story.
That's right.
And then case 2018 CF 10573, public records and photos.
Yes.
And a telephone interview with Melissa Sexton, the property manager, which you conducted on October 1st,
No, you're right.
2024.
I mean, we watched some funny body cam videos before this, but I did not expect this to be like dragging like this. But you know, I'm so good at doing things on the fly.
Yes.
And a telephonic interview with Philip Paulson, the defendant's brother, on November 26, 2024.
Yes.
Where has Ms. Boone been housed and living since February of 2020?
At the Orange County Jail.
And does the Orange County Jail provide mental health services to inmates?
It does.
And you already testified you would routinely, as a forensic psychologist, review records kept of psychological or psychiatric treatment of a patient or a client, correct?
Yes.
In this particular case, have you reviewed any mental health records generated by the Orange County Jail for Ms. Boone?
Yeah, I have. I agree 100%.
So for the last 58 months or so, if she was being seen by the mental health treatment staff,
Like, I have room to, like, kind of, like, zoom a little bit, but...
Handwritten letters. First one is 1 page, second one is 2 pages, third one is 1 page, fourth one is 2 pages,
You
fifth
attract.
one is 2 pages, sixth one is 2 pages. I have a typed letter from Diane Smith, the assistant chaplain. I have
Oh, yeah, that's Sarah's maiden last name, Sarah Paulson.
another typed letter from a Nicole Ray.
Oh, no.
A typed letter from a
Oh,
Stephanie.
shit. Guys, she goes up on the stand. Okay, I'm gonna shut
L.
up. Everyone shut up.
A typed letter from Philip Paulson, a email from Lana Albert, 2 pages in length, and a 2-page email from a Danielle Parsons.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Judge, I would like to call Sarah Boone.
You may proceed.
Okay.
take
Okay.
Y-
Okay.
Yes, please.
Okay. Here we go. Holy shit. Here we go. Yeah, Sheriff. Oh my God. Okay.
Ms. Boone, you can be seated. You've been previously sworn.
Oh.
You
Look
may
at how
question.
cumbersome these shackles are.
For the record, just state your name again.
Sarah Boone.
All right. Now, this is unlike a trial, so you're allowed to speak in a narrative form, as well as I understand you have taken some notes or written a letter that you want to read from, and then you want to speak to the court after that.
Yes.
All right. Why don't you go ahead and get started?
She is an actrice. She was all smiles. And now look at her. She's in character. She was able to prepare. She has her moment before. Oh God. Okay. We can do this.
This is actually an edited version of.
Please. Thank God. Speak in to the microphone.
I had a lot to say. I've had a lot of time to think about things, and I didn't really know how to put it on paper, and I didn't know how much I could say or how little I should say. So what I have here is, like I said, an edited version. But I would like to read the more important parts that I feel that everyone should know that wasn't said in my actual trial. And on top of what I have on paper, I have, this is just the tip of the tip of the tip of the iceberg. So I wanted to read this, and then if I may, I would like to address everyone in my apology on top of my statement.
You may proceed, ma'am.
Kintu Sukuroi is a kind of Japanese ceramic style which means to repair with gold. In this tradition, when a ceramic piece breaks, an artisan will fuse the pieces back together again using liquid gold or gold dust lacquer. So rather than being covered up, the breaks become more obvious and a brilliant new piece of art emerges from the brokenness. It embraces flaws, weakness, and imperfections, and also teaches the essence of resilience. Every crack in a ceramic piece is a part of its history, and each piece becomes more beautiful because it has been broken. This is the wisdom of Kintu Sukuroi. In my wisdom, and with all of my repairs, then, now, and ongoing, God is, has been, and will always be my artisan. All of my gold is forgiveness. This has held me together, made me shine brighter, and overcome the damage caused by George Torres,
the Torres family, the justice system, Orange County Corrections Department, social media, scoundrel detectives, infamy, defamation, ongoing constitutional rights violations, second-degree murder, forced into being pro se.
What the fuck?
Forgiveness is invaluable. Forgiveness is not an attempt to change or forget who, what, or how you've lived through to be so gold, but an act of grace, humility, and considerable self-compassion to be set free from sorrow. Withholding forgiveness denies your brilliance and adds even greater grief and deeper heartache, irreparable cracks on top of the already that no one deserves, no matter the pain or disappointment, untruths or injustice. It doesn't matter, as the more broken you are, even though now different than before, and more extraordinary. Above all, when you let go of blame, misunderstandings, excuses, give up your anger and cease from resentment, this is forgiven. And when you forgive, you heal. And when you heal, you move forward. My goal begins with George Torres, and every time he slapped me, kicked, punched, spit on, raped, stabbed, choked, laughed at, pushed, pulled, dragged, whipped, tripped, stole from, lied, terrorized, threatened, humiliated, forced, degraded, made me cry. Every time he tried to end me, defeat, or destroy. I forgive George for beating me senseless, for trying to sleep because I had to go to work or my son's field trip the next day, for ruining my deceased family's heirlooms, traditions, and keepsakes, my son's furniture, destroying the television we watched together, for wrecking our townhome by breaking windows, punching holes in the walls and doors, ramming his entire body into glass doors, kicking in my front and back door over and over and over, for breaking or removing the locks from all of the doors and sometimes the knobs.
See ya, Cat G. This is... I'm shocked.
Altogether, so I had nowhere to feel safe, including the sacred space of my son's room where he beat me bloody on his bed. For terrorizing and threatening my blind and deaf dogs.
Where was all of this during her defense?
By leaving the gate open I built to keep them safe, telling me he hoped I'd find their bloated dead body in the pond or scrape their remains off of the pavement, for kicking them off of the bed and throwing across the room because they were trying to protect me. For threatening to make me unrecognizable to my son by breaking all of the bones in my face, like his brother Moses did to him after he kept seeing all of the bruises from George beating me, like all of the times their father beat their mother. For all of the drunken rages and fist fights with so many neighbors when wandering into their apartments during hunting expeditions after I had escaped. For drowning me in liquor and wine because I didn't want to drink, causing me to urinate on myself, then butting the end of the bottle in my face, giving me 2 black eyes and a bloody nose. For making me experience what it is to be sodomized. Threatening to kill my friends and the neighbors when they checked on me to make sure I was alive and in one piece.
What the
For threatening to
fuck?
burn down our townhome and set my car on fire because I got a job. For holding me hostage on weekends my son was supposed to come over by keeping my keys around his neck, my phone in his crotch, and a butcher knife stuck in the middle of the table as a warning not to ask anything or try to leave. For stabbing...
Yeah, that's what she tried to say in her interview. Like, I don't want to drink. I can't get drunk.
Me in the leg and not letting me call 911 for an ambulance or seek help, where I nearly bled to death until I concocted a lie to save him from being arrested. For destroying my phone with a hammer because my son called. For me experiencing ever being arrested and after today, prison. For beating me almost blind, crushing my occipital lobe. For having me experience what it means to see stars, like in the cartoons, where a character has a tall lump on their head. I had that too, and many times. For dragging me downstairs by my hair in the middle of the night just to sit next to him. For taking my car, driving drunk with my debit card to buy more alcohol while I slept, even after I kindly explained the importance of my car to take my son to school foremost, me to work, and he to his batterers intervention classes and probation officer meetings, where I would be forced to sit for hours in the parking lot waiting for him. For causing me so much trauma and pain, mentally, physically, emotionally, I had to be hospitalized more than once. For destroying my reputation and integrity, for my M for murderer scarlet letter, not letting me feel safe to live, talk to other people, spend time with my son, have a job, friendships, simply go to the bathroom with the door closed, or go to sleep soundly or comfortably. I forgive George for lying, for him trying in so many ways, so many times, to end me with his terrifying love. I also
End me with his terrifying love. Where did she get this shit?
forgive the Torres family, his mother and father foremost, also his 2 ex-wives and daughters, all for knowing who George was, capable of, and has done in the past, his history of violence and where he learned it, than to keep turning a blind eye when I would ask for help. All of his siblings, including Farrell Torres, who is now on his way to prison for stabbing the mother of their baby in the side of her head. For everyone who knew what George was doing to me, sometimes how and when, but allowed and enabled. I forgive them for caring too late. I hope they all ask themselves while quiet and comfortable in bed at night the uneasy question, what could I have done to stop this from happening to both of them? And after all the time Sarah tried to, by asking for help from all of
Oh my God. Do you hear like the blame she's putting on his family?
us and so many times. Another great contributor of my gold is social media, with its greed, insensitivity, deception, obvious exploitation, and advantageous gain from my criminal case as a whole.
Yeah, sorry, please. This is what we've been waiting for, and we're getting it. And I'm like in shock for some reason.
And
Why?
for sentencing me by anticipation as a result of ignorance and hate, conjured and fabricated by the organized crime that is social media, which condemned me in the court of global public opinion since the beginning. My family law case is the new prey waiting to be picked apart and pillaged from me being made infamous by social media in my criminal case. It simply seems I cannot forgive and be forgiven and move forward. Social media has made me a pariah. It has caused great oppression and undeniable disadvantages, especially by broadcasting and manipulating my cases online. In my criminal case, as a result, my opportunities to be given a fair, proper, and uninfluenced, successful conclusion was heavily depleted and poisoned. I forgive them. Also, all of the media tycoons for not having a life of their own, trying so desperately to make themselves seem so right by making me appear so wrong. Forgiveness for prejudgment, ridiculous theatrics, lies, making and taking blood money from my and others' misfortunes, accidents, and catastrophes. It's all over their hands and their keyboards. And even after all that's been said and done, theorized, hypothesized, scrutinized, and blasphemed, in my case, still no one knows me.
Hi, Sarah.
In the end, I forgive myself for not choosing my life sooner, for not being more brave, vigilant, bolder, and outspoken, stronger, mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually, for being hopeless, desperate.
This is beyond delusional. This is far beyond. I'm like this this is all that we wanted, but at the same time, like, how did Owens let this happen? Did he hear this beforehand and thought, wow, this is really gonna get her sentence like down?
Desperate, simple-minded, weak, and inexperienced. I forgive myself for not realizing I was enduring a life of domestic violence and that the vicious cycle of never ends. I had nothing to compare to. I've never been hit by a man ever before in my life.
But you would hit other men.
I was raised hitting a woman was wrong and should never happen. No excuse. I forgive myself for not escaping permanently, for not fighting back sooner to save myself.
You were the aggressor with your first husband and the deceased. Hi, Night Driver. Oh my God.
My son, my dogs, home and car. Having 20/20 hindsight, thinking of everything I could have done differently or better to avoid the outcome. I think about this every day since. Also, of all the good days we had together, for him at least, while I was constantly in...
Yeah, this is her sentencing. She is speaking right now.
Hyperdrive, high alert, and paranoid.
She is still
making
innocent.
sure I did everything right all the
in
time.
her mind.
If not, the great possibility I would be ended as George threatened me with so many times before. I forgive myself for falling in love with a monster, and no matter how grotesque he may become, I still loved him, hoped, and forgave. I tried breaking the spell so he wouldn't be a monster anymore. I saw who he was inside. George made me then, now, and always love him for all of his cracks also. We made each other our own brilliant pieces of art from the cracks and repairs. Unfortunately, not all cracks can be.
I'm about to like throw up. This is insane.
In all of my forgiveness, George is my greatest lesson and will forever be a part of me. I think of him every day and still speak to him when alone on the rec yard. I ask his forgiveness and that he looks for me at the gates of heaven so I can tell him how sorry I am, endlessly, and that I never stopped loving him. In all of it and still. When I first came to jail, I put my mat under my bed and cried all day and all night for months, only falling asleep from being so exhausted with grief.
Me too.
I wrote him letters. I wrote his family and his daughters, apologizing for asking for their forgiveness. But due to fear that my life or sons would be jeopardized, I did not send.
You give a shit about
I
your
am
son.
sorry.
Ever.
I cannot begin to fathom any of their grief and sadness. Please forgive me.
Never.
Almost everything reminds me of him, seeing my stab wound especially every day especially. It truly reminds me of me. He is everywhere. I believe because I do still love him, think of him, and miss his laugh the most. In my heart, I know he is with me and understands that this tragedy was not intentional. I hope
Yeah, the stab wound.
everyone
Oh my
can,
God.
his family foremost. I didn't mean for this to happen. Please wholeheartedly know that and all.
Even though I completely am dragging your son, your father, your brother's name through the mud and how horrible he was as a partner, please forgive me for what I did.
Always, I would never. Forgive me, George. Forgive me, Torres family. Forgive me, Judge Cranick. To the entire planet, please forgive me.
Okay.
I graciously and humbly ask for consideration for forgiveness to be extended instead of judgment, for reconciliation and restoration for all of us to move forward. My apology is profuse.
Funny. This is giving when PETA announced Katniss was pregnant in front of the Capitol.
And ceaseless. Allow me, please, to brush off the muck, wipe the blood off of my face, and fix the cuts in my skin. I ask for understanding.
Did she write this in like her creative writing class in prison or something? Because what is this?
In what really happened and for how long. For second chances, repentance, and redemption, to advocate for all domestic violence survivors, to help them overcome, heal, and still hope, always, to make their voices heard, to confidently walk with all of their scars on the outside and the inside, to help them not ever become a casualty of domestic violence as so many others, to stop the abuse and maltreatment before it's too late. There is always hope, and you can survive. In my soft-spoken conclusion, I ask this. Would I be the darling mother, celebrated woman of the year,
Never.
if it were I who died?
What?
How many daughters, mothers, sisters, aunts, grandmothers, nieces, and friends have been because they did? I am a survivor. Learn to do good, seek justice, rebuke oppressors, defend the fatherless, plead for the widow. Isaiah 1:17. All-encompassing, protect the abused.
Ms. Boone, is that the end of your written statement?
Yes.
Now,
I'm
gathering your
speechless.
thoughts, did you want to make an oral statement?
I do.
All right, would you do that now?
Oh, so
Yes, please.
she gets a written and an oral statement?
My verbal statement is primarily to the Torres family, to the judge, to his daughters.
Oh my God.
I know you all know who I really am and that I did care for George and that I do still love George. I know you know that we had very many good days. And I
Good day. She loves saying that. Good
take
days.
offense to the statement of being said that this is just for a moment. Right now with me here in the courtroom in front of you all, this is just for a moment. But the moments before that, in order for me to be here, is endless. It's everlasting. The scars that I have on the inside, my outside scars have healed, except for my stab wound.
My God.
But this has changed me as a person.
Bringing up her fucking stab wound again?
See things differently and to understand things differently and
Shakespeare.
to not be weak.
Sarah
and
Shakespeare over here.
Just try to protect yourself and forever, regardless of the time that I may receive from today, I forever will have this experience. I forever will have George Torres with me in my heart, in my mind, my body, and my soul. As he and I used to say that we were one soul split into two bodies. This is not just for a moment. It may be for everyone in this courtroom, but when I leave, this is forever. When you all leave, that this is forever. This is forever for everyone here and those who it matters to most. I am one of those who will experience this forever. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Words do not define my shame, and I don't know what else it is that I can say and convey to the Torres family how this happened.
Hi, Gypsy.
The ifs and whys and how really don't matter. It happened, and I'm sorry. Words cannot describe.
This is beyond cringe.
And I hope that everyone can forgive me.
No!
The Torres family most of all, and his daughters.
No!
Because I know what he meant to them. And I don't think that anybody ever understood what he meant to me and I to him. And I ask for forgiveness.
Ms. Boone, I have just
Please
one or
be
two
done.
questions, if you don't mind. And you can speak on it if you want or not. But this is a unique case, and one of the reasons it's so unique is that you were in jail for 4.5 years prior to your trial. And I understand that when you were brought up as a child, that you did have some spirituality in your family, some church, some religion.
What does that have to...
But I understand that you got away from that. Did you have a chance during the 4.5 years
Come on,
to
exactly.
look back at your spirituality?
Absolutely.
What the fuck does it have to do with anything?
Everyone supposes that this is one of the worst experiences of my life, and it's actually been one of my greatest.
Of your life, okay.
If I were not beaten to death,
You're
I
not
was going to
dead.
work myself to death on the outside, and I never had time to get back into my Bible and to pray and to be with the Lord. And I, being here incarcerated, have had time, of course, to get closer to God, to reacquaint myself to Him, and realize what it's all about. This is all temporary, and when I say temporary, I don't mean by being set free in jail or from prison or wherever else. It means being set free and temporary, meaning that you work for something higher, you work for God, that you strive for your crown to be placed upon your head by Jesus Christ by being said, "You have done well, my good and faithful servant." I've always tried to be a good and faithful servant. I was just a servant as opposed to doing all that I can.
So all this religious work that she has done is starting to make sense. Like why she became such a huge part of the religion aspect when it comes to going to jail. Like this, was this her, like, I don't know, what do you call it, like a Hail Mary? Was this her thing where it's like, oh God, this is going to save me because I have been saved?
And
Fuck
when
you.
my family were alive and I was going through everything up to this point. I've become so much more closer to the Lord, and it's made me such a better person, and I hope that I am an example going forward of the Lord.
Killing that man. Hold
Lord's
on, I need to go
light,
back.
better person, and I hope that I am an
Killing that man has made me a better person. Set me free.
example going forward of the Lord's light and can draw many people to me because of it.
Everyone hates you.
Any follow-up, State?
Please no. Keep going. Keep digging that. Keep digging yourself
She
in
can
that
return back
hole.
to counsel's table.
Oh my God.
Anything else from your side of the ledger, Mr. Owens?
No more witnesses, Judge, just arguments.
Okay. Anything else in rebuttal, or just proceed to argument, State?
Just proceed to argument.
Okay. All right. Once Ms. Booth's seated, you can proceed with your argument, either Mr. J or Mr. Cacciatore. You may proceed, sir.
Your Honor, I'm going to start my argument by what I anticipate Mr. Owens will bring up in his presentation regarding the plea offer in this case. That she
Wait, is
was
that still on the
offered
table?
a resolution in this case of 15 years in the Department of Corrections.
Oh, okay.
to begin with. I think it's important, though, that the entire circumstance of that plea offer is put forward. And there's something very critical to that. It's not just 15 years in the Department of Corrections. It's 15 years in the Department of Corrections, but it's predicated on something. And the consideration that it's predicated on is the defendant coming to court and accepting responsibility for her actions. For her coming to court and saying, I am responsible for George Torres's death.
Yep.
And I accept the punishment that comes with it. That consideration was never given in this case. And because that consideration was never given in this case, the offer of 15 years in no way represents what this case is worth, or what George Torres's life is worth. That is an offer predicated on a particular circumstance, a circumstance of a first-time defendant accepting responsibility and giving every benefit of the doubt and coming to court and saying that they are ready to be punished. Those conditions were never met.
Mm-hmm.
So then we turn to this case, and we turn to this crime, and we turn to the actions of the defendant of taking the law into her own hands and murdering George Torres. She has never shown remorse for that.
Right? Because that's what she
She didn't
did.
show remorse for that here today.
She
again
murdered.
painted herself as the victim.
Yep.
She's the victim of George Torres. She recounted the litany of evil deeds and mistreatments that he perpetrated upon her. She's the victim of George Torres' family. She's the
Yes,
victim of
Queen.
police.
Yes, Queen.
She's the victim
Yes.
of social media. It's all about Sarah Boone. Everything's about Sarah Boone and about how she is the victim. And Sarah Boone sentenced every one of George Torres's loved ones to a life sentence.
Yeah.
Just like she sentenced George Torres when he was in that suitcase. George Torres lived out his last nightmarish circumstance in that suitcase, begging to be let
Owens is stewing.
out for several minutes.
Can't use anything else now to soothe yourself. That water bottle is empty.
Which undercuts
Show
any
me some
argument
papers.
that this was somehow unsophisticated. There was ample time and opportunity over and over for her to do something different. But she went forward with taking the law into her own hands and ensuring that George Torres was never getting out of there. while
Get
she
her.
went up to bed and went to sleep for hours on end.
Hours.
She can't say that she was in duress for the same reason. She was in such duress of George Torres that she goes upstairs and goes to sleep for 11 hours. Your Honor,
Interesting.
there's been nothing from the testimony of Dr. Harper either that establishes any type of...
That's the worst part, Metacracker Lornography. Like, we will never know because Sarah's the only person who was alive, who was there.
diagnosis that would give this court a basis to
Let's get
downgrade
her.
the part. Dr. Harper has put blinders on to the fact that she has been incarcerated for 58 months. 58 months
That's
with the opportunity to receive mental health treatment, and the expert witness is absolutely incurious about what any of those records or diagnosis or anything that would have been there would have said. There is no valid basis for a downward departure in this case. She deserves a life sentence. Thank you.
Yes.
Mr. Owens, response?
Yes, Queen, slay!
Just granted. First off, I want to thank you for taking the time to hear our side, hear the witnesses, and review the letters on Sarah Boone's behalf. You know, we've all been here for this trial. We've all been here for other trials. We've all got some age on us. We've all got some life experience on us. And this is a unique case. This was a unique homicide. It was a unique death. And as we all know, a lot of these cases are not black and white. They're shades of gray. And these crimes don't occur in a vacuum. That there's generally a history, especially involving a domestic couple, a history that comes into play that must be explored. And a lot of what Sarah Boone testified to here today probably happened behind closed doors. And we all know that many times we do not know what happens behind closed doors between a man and a woman in their home, unless there is some reason for the neighbors or law enforcement or somebody else to get involved. And that happened in this case. And so gradually over time, as this event occurred, there was an investigation, and it was learned that there was a history of domestic violence involving these two parties. And what we learned was that physically there was violence, and there were photographs to establish that, as were introduced in the trial. And then there was testimony from experts, not only the defense expert, Dr. Harper, that Sarah Boone was the victim, and she was a victim of intimate partner violence, but coupled with the fact that the state's expert testified on the stand at the trial that Sarah Boone was a victim of intimate partner violence, that she suffered from this domestic or this battered spouse syndrome at the hands of George Torres. So there's two sides to it. And in a domestic violence situation like that, 95% of the women get out of that relationship. When violence starts to occur, they've either been raised a certain way,
they have a certain self-esteem about themselves where they refuse to put up with it, knowing that it's wrong, knowing that they can do better. But there is a small percentage throughout the country that, for whatever reason, mental health issues, addiction issues, whatever it is, it's complex. Financial reasons, children are involved, whatever. If you do any studying on it, there are circumstances where there is a group of women, predominantly women, it can happen to men, but majority of the time it's a woman that gets caught in this cycle of what we term as
like, exactly, wrap it up.
intimate
You
partner
lost.
violence. And court heard the testimony about the cycle that occurs. It's over a period of time. And a lot of times the victim's not a great historian at trying to articulate it. She tried to do it here today. And I think on Sarah Boone's behalf, she is a unique individual. She's got the personality that she's got. I don't know. You heard from Dr. Harper that a lot of that was formulated based on
She is who she is.
the way her mother did not bond with her, the way that her father was the way that he was, the fact that
Don't fucking care.
the trauma suffered from post-traumatic stress as it relates to that trauma
Don't care.
between Mr.
I'm sorry.
Torres and her.
Like, I'm gonna be skipping some of this shit because this is all bullshit to me.
Entitled under Florida
Don't
law
care.
to present that defense, and she did. She was
Don't
allowed
care.
to testify. But
Dumb, 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 dumb.
with you in a position,
Don't care.
asking
Owens, I'm sorry. I'm done
quite
with you.
frankly, a lot of this was in the public eye.
Look at his face.
Mr. Torres had, I believe, 3 criminal cases
Oh my God.
before the courts of this county in which Sarah Boone was a victim. Mr. Torres was the accused.
It was
Sarah, but at some
proved
point-
that she was the
Around-
aggressor.
I've asked the court
Sir.
to consider a downward departure. I believe you've gotten a copy of the score sheet.
Not since before trial. Is the score sheet stipulated to?
Yes, yes, sir.
All right, you may approach. Thank you. Yes, sir.
Judge, I was provided that here today, and I believe, I can't remember the total number of months that it involves, but divided by 12, I think it's 20 months. 20.6 is the low end of the guidelines or something about.
It's 246.0 months
Yeah.
based on the score sheet.
I did the calculation, but I believe that the low end is 20 years, 20.6 years state
The-
prison,
The lowest she
I
can
believe
get,
is the low end.
20.5. Yes, sir.
20.5.
And as the court knows, I believe it's on page 3, there are some aggravators that the court can consider in opposing the sentence, and then there are a list of mitigators that the court can
God.
consider in downward departing, meaning going lesser than the low end of the guidelines. And in the defendant's motion for downward departure, we mentioned, and I had Dr. Harper testify about 2 or 3 of the grounds, and the court needs to only find one to go below the guidelines. The capacity of the defendant to appreciate the criminal nature of her actions and to conform said actions to the requirements of the circumstance of that. Abuse, fair to say here that
It's the same
objecting
shit.
Dr. Werner, and you heard Dr. Harper testify about the borderline post-traumatic stress disorder that occurred in.
Why didn't
testified
they-
that she, but Dr. Werner also mentioned that she.
Why wasn't all this really said during the trial? Like, why are you trying to prove these points? Like, now?
Was not for sure about the anxiety disorder, whether it occurred prior to or because she.
It's too little, too late, man.
Based on.
And no one's gonna believe. Honestly, I'm sorry, me. I don't want to say for everybody, but I'm not gonna believe. I don't believe anything that comes out of her mouth. She is not a victim.
Sarah Boone's mindset as she testified to here today, and then you heard from the experts at the trial that when you get that anxious about what happens,
It's a delay.
Sarah testified.
Owens is the king of delays. Yeah. Yep, paid by the hour. Like he's really trying to milk as much money as he can from this failure of a case that he volunteered his tribute to do.
About they would have good days where there would be no drinking or very little drinking, and then there would be other days where there was heavy drinking.
But he would state all the time that you guys were drunk, you were intoxicated. He was the one that pushed the alcoholism the most. Then, oh, I bet she's had some toilet wine. There's no way she hasn't.
And generally, when George Torres got highly intoxicated is when potentially things could get violent. And that she was constantly anxious about a cycle. I couldn't leave Sarah Boone, and Sarah Boone couldn't leave George Torres, and it was a vicious cycle. But we believe that she qualifies under that it was under extreme duress at the time of this event. And lastly, the defense was committed in an unsophisticated manner, which was an IR event, and during an event used her as well as he was arrested. I think
I'm sorry, guys.
2 days
I
later,
just
both
don't
of those
care.
charges were dismissed.
I really don't care what he has to say.
Against him. I think that unique that would the night and dispose of the no attempts to tamper with evidence.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to back up here.
Not try to dispose of the bat. Do something.
Because I believe, me personally, that's why she called Brian, because she wanted him to tamper with the evidence. She wanted him. This is Owens, Sarah Boone's defense lawyer, who's talking right now. She wanted Brian to do all the dirty work.
She did nothing. No attempts to tamper with evidence.
She wanted Brian to do it.
No attempts after the fact to uncover any conduct whatsoever. No attempts to delete the videos from her phone.
Because she felt justified by them.
Voluntarily given that information. I think that goes to the unsophisticated manner and unintentional death.
Did he just say unintentional? Are you done now?
I remember the first time I saw the suitcase video. And I know people have differing opinions.
Not really.
Tony Henderson, my colleague, had a different opinion when he saw it.
Not really.
But I remember the first time I saw the video, and I heard what she was saying to him. When he was saying, "Hey, Sarah, let me out. I can't breathe," or words to that effect. And the way that she was talking to him, and the statements that she gave to him, in my mind, what has he done to her? What has he done to her? Any loved one you see in a situation like that is going to run and let him out.
Yeah, good catch. I'm glad you didn't. Yeah, it's not the judge who's talking right now, but the judge does get to say something too, right, before the sentencing.
So my thought was, obviously, they were both drinking.
Look at this. Look at this side. Look at these. They are seething. I mean, good job, guys, for keeping your composure, because I don't know.
But what has he done to her? And I think it's telling about what she'd endured.
Oh, my God.
So it's not a clear-cut case, Judge. It's not black and white. There is some gray. And it's up to you to decide what's appropriate based on the court's, based on the jury's decision. But I would ask you to temper whatever justice that you think is appropriate with some mercy. And consider the fact that the state was willing to offer 15 years on a manslaughter as a lesser included offense based on the facts and circumstances that they were aware of prior to this trial. Thank you.
Thank you. Any rebuttal by the state?
No,
Review the evidence and testimony that was presented at trial. The victim impact statements presented here today.
the statements of character witnesses, both orally and in writing, Dr. Harper's report and testimony, the defendant's testimony, pre-sentencing investigation, the arguments of the state and the arguments of the defense. Court pronounces sentence as follows. Ms. Boone, court sentences you to life in the Department of Corrections with credit time served that Madam Clerk will provide to you momentarily. There are also court costs and costs of prosecution, which Madam Clerk will give you the totals of momentarily. Due to the court levying a life sentence, the court is inclined to liquidate those to a civil judgment unless I hear opposition from the state.
No opposition, Your Honor.
All right. Madam Clerk, if you could please give us the credit time served and the court costs, please.
4 years, 9 months, and 8 days, and the court costs are $418, a state prosecution fee of $100, a dirt fee of $50, and a PD. Oh, excuse me, you're not supervised.
I'm right.
So the total would come up to $618.
All right, ma'am, the court costs and costs of prosecution are $618. Those will be liquidated to a civil judgment. You will be given credit time served of 4 years, 9 months, and 8 days. You will have 30 days from today to appeal the judgment and sentence in writing. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be provided to you. I'm going to have the courtroom deputy provide you the paperwork. Because you've been incarcerated for the last 58 some odd months, the court is going to declare that you are indigent in this matter. I cannot appoint the public defender to represent you as they are conflicted out. Similarly, I cannot appoint the regional conflict counsel to represent you for the same reasons. The clerk will appoint an attorney from the conflict wheel who specializes in appellate litigation. And again, you'll have 30 days from today to appeal that judgment and sentence in writing. Do you have any questions for me? You will now be remanded into the custody of the Orange County Jail to transfer you to the Department of Corrections, and I wish you the best of luck. State, anything further?
No, Your Honor.
Defense, anything further? No, sir. All right. Thank you all very much. Court's off the record.
Go fuck yourself, Sarah Boone. Oh. If you thought, yeah, she's made so many more enemies than she could have had. Even more. She didn't take the deal. The judge, he had no intention. I think he had that. He's been sitting on that, waiting to say there was no break for anybody. I seriously thought that they were going to take a break and he was going to have some time to really think about it and whatnot. There was going to be some type of break, but nope. Out of the gate. Life, girl. Oh my God. I got so excited. I think I have the hiccups now. Oh, she's totally going to appeal. This isn't the end. Yeah, he didn't give a fuck. Oh my God. Oh, so short and sweet, guys. That was not that this sentencing was short and sweet. Of course, Owens and, Sarah, they tried to drag this on. The prosecutors, they had less. Oh, look at it. Owens already has his fucking coat on. He is ready to clock out and go. He is done. Is he wearing jeans? Was this casual Monday here? Because it's sentencing? I don't know. But oh my God, I am on cloud 10. Fuck 9. I'm on 10 right now. I mean, I feel like this... He's going straight home. Look, he's just kind of chatting a little bit. He's not he gave her a little pat on the back saying, "Buck up, kid. You're going to be fine." And he's chatting with other people. I know he has said that he will not represent her if she gets another trial. But holy shite. Oh my God. some chill music right now. I know, let's all throw our virtual panties at the judge right now. Oh. Yeah, we're gonna ice the nice ones. Oh my god, guys, I don't know where to go from here. What should we do? Should we end it here? Or finish out this one? Like, I don't even know what to do right now, guys. Like, I like want to celebrate, but I'm like also exhausted from this. Oh, guys. Life. She has gotten life. Life. I don't know. Did you guys have any doubts? I always do. Back in my head, I'm, you know, like, there's always something that's gonna be like Dr. Pepper for everybody. I know, we need some like Dr. Pepper, and it's like past brunch now, so we need like hard stuff now. It's about to be like happy hour, right? Dr. Pepper and like, ooh, you know what's good? Dr. Pepper and Fireball. Try that shit. That's not bad. We are gonna be doing life in prison. Oh, this is great. You know what? I think I'm gonna end it here. Maybe some other time this week we'll do like a proper body cam stream, but I feel like that was like worth it. That was worth it. I'm excited. But yeah, we'll do a proper body cam stream another day this week, because we gotta let this sit in and marinate, and so many other things to look forward to, or just the fact that it's fucking done. Is it done? Yeah, I will be around this week for sure. This was great. But thank you guys for hanging in. I had no idea how this was gonna go, but I always appreciate you guys coming out. So we will continue this body cam another time. I really appreciate you guys, and enjoy the rest of your Monday. Bye.